So what is up, adventurers? And as you can tell, we are going to be giving you the entire 4 full days aboard the brand new Disney cruise ship, all the way from day one to leaving the ship. So make sure if you haven't done so, you are subscribed, leave a like, sit back, relax, and enjoy 4 amazing days aboard the brand new Disney Destiny cruise ship. Well, if it isn't one thing or another, back in Port Canaveral for another Disney cruise aboard the brand new Disney Destiny? Let's see what's gonna happen. Good afternoon, adventurers, and welcome back over to Port Canaveral, and welcome to the brand new Disney Destiny cruise ship. Yes, we are on one of the very first sailings, not the maiden voyage, not inaugural. We're on a preview cruise to check out the newest ship in the fleet. We've already been all checked in, got our little bands. Gonna explain to that in a second what that is. But Kayla, her mom, and her grandma are already on. Let's head on in. Let's go check out the newest cruise line ship in the Disney Destiny. We got to go through the most famous porthole in the Mickey-headed porthole. So let's head on in.
Disney Destiny, please welcome aboard the Walker family.
Ooh, wow, it is completely different than being on the Treasure. Oh, wow.
Disney Destiny, please welcome aboard the Walker family.
Very excited to check out the rest of this ship. I'm also very excited because I am using a brand new lens that should give me more wide angle, a little bit stabilization. For those of you who came from the Treasure video, I got a lot of complaints about some of the stabilization, the constant moving, the constant zooming in. So this go around, I'm actually taking a little bit of time. I'm gonna be a little bit slower in how I do everything, but I do know our room is ready. Kayla, her mom, and her grandma are currently eating, but let's just start just walking around the ship a little bit to see kind of everything. It is so surreal to be back on another cruise ship, on another Disney Cruise Line ship, and another brand new one. There's a certain smell to this though, but I do love this. This is so stinking cute. But yeah, so Grand Hall, DeVille's, Haunted Mansion Parlor. Oh, Haunted Mansion Parlor, yes! Forgot about this. Let's be real, did not think we were actually gonna go on this cruise. Even when we got the cruise, we didn't think we were gonna go on it, so I'm really glad to be here. All right, so even though Marceline Market is available for lunch, I am not hungry right now. And I want to head to the room first because I want to take a look at everything. So we are in the aft. Our room number is 7692. We are in an accessible room in the back left corner. When we were on the Treasure, we were in 7694. So we were in the room right next to it. So this time around, we get to try something different. And I'm really excited because our room is also Hercules themed. So I'm very excited for that. Plus, I also need my key to the world card and everything else. So let's go check it out. And you guys can check it out with me. Kind of excited. Also, I forget how far away the elevators are from everything. Last year when we were on the Treasure, this was a super stinking long walk. Also, you can tell we're Hercules because all the little fish extender hooks are the Hercules logo. All right, so here is 7692. I've got my key to the world card. Let's go ahead and give it a scan. And the door will open up for us. And in we go. And this is a much different room than what we were in last year, but there is quite a lot of space. But look at this. Look at that's the over the bed display and everything. All you do is insert your key right here. There we go. Emergency call button, the bed, which honestly is some of the best in the world. Oh, look at all the space we've got. This is gonna be a wonderful, ooh, automatic lights. I'm going to crank this down because I'm horribly overheated right now. But here we continue on. Said very basic, this is everything you can see. More storage over here. Lots and lots of storage. Check out the cool art piece. It is like the pre-drawn everything. And what will be nice is there is a bed, this comes down and this turns into a bed. But what's even nicer is that we have two different areas we can go out for our veranda. Ooh, check out the little itty bitty space over here. Hi everyone. Look how freaking adorable. Lots of room still. Lots of space. It's got that fresh new smell, new ship smell. Before we check out the veranda, let's go check out the bathroom space. So let's turn it on. And so because this is an accessible room, there is no tub, but see, as you can see, there is a place to come in. They do have the string to let you know if anything has fallen or if anyone has fallen. Place to sit as well, so if you need it. And then all of the Sea Marines shampoo and conditioner. Then you have all of the space here and the toilet. And again, another emergency pole for if you do happen to be hurt, fall down, or anything of that nature. So, hi again, everyone. All right. Ooh, and look at this blanket. Whether like this blanket's like $200+, I would take this blanket. I wish they sold this blanket. Like, there's a lot of blankets they sell and stuff, but usually it's not very good. So, all right. See a nice big TV, lots and lots of room to work around so that if you did have a scooter, wheelchair, any of that nature. Now, the big thing is that they say that when you do use this room, you do need to hit the button to open the door automatically. So now for the main thing, let's go check out our veranda. It is unlocked. And this is going to be one of the biggest verandas we can have on any of the ships, because it pretty much goes all the way down here, all the way around. You've got 3 chairs and our own personal lounger. This is absolutely stunning. And so this is a 4-night cruise that is only making 1 port of call. And originally when we first got this cruise, we were going to be stopping at Lighthouse Point, which I was so excited for. It was going to be brand new for us. Last minute they changed it due to Hurricane Melissa. They changed the Disney's Treasures itinerary in favor for them to go to Lighthouse Point on Thursday, and instead tomorrow we are heading back to Castaway Cay. So if you guys do remember that time lapse I took of last year, we're gonna get the same one of it this year. So it's very exciting. But look at all the room we have on our veranda to move around. This is so nice. This is a very nice room. It's very helpful for Kayla's grandma because she does have some back issues and she has some issues stepping in and over things. So this is gonna be wonderful to have. Now we are at Terminal 8. Terminal 8 is the main Disney terminal. When we get back here on Saturday, we'll be going back into Terminal 10, which is the backup cruise or terminal for the Disney Cruise Line. So I'm gonna put this bag down. I'm gonna put the bag down really quick, locked everything back up, close everything up just so that we don't have as much heat coming in because it's kind of warm in this room right now. And we have to do our muster drill here in a little bit of time. About 30 minutes we gotta do our muster drill, and then it's off for sail away. So, ooh, it got dark. But you guys gotta let me know, what do you think of this room? What do you think of the space we have? Like, there's a big reason why this room is the way it is, because of it being accessible, it's able to have that space, but I do love just the general space that it does come with. So very excited. All right, so one of the other big things that Disney does that the other cruise lines have stopped doing is we do have to go to the mandatory muster drill. But unlike other cruise lines where you just go in and you check in, here you actually have to go down. And originally it was supposed to be at 3:15, so it was supposed to be in 5 minutes. But now they pushed it to 3:30, and the sail away party supposed to be at 4:15, and they pushed that back to 4:30, which means it sounds like we may be casting off a few minutes late. But once we are done with that, I am going to go up to the top deck because I do want to listen to all of the horns. Because as we get past Jetty Park, the ship will blow all of the horns. So when I go up there, because I want to get all of those, and I will get the saved and recorded. But currently we're going down. They're going down to the spa to try to check in for that. Ooh, this is a good overhead view of the atrium with King T'Challa and the Black Panther, and we'll get a close look at everything else. The chandelier for the atrium, and then there's the Disney Destiny and everything else. I think I'm a little more impressed by the Treasures atrium, but this is a very nice atrium as well. Of course, this is also deck 5. This is also going to be the big one where you have Mickey's mainsail. And I will tell you right now, this will be the popular place to be going to once we're 3 miles offshore. So you can see everyone coming in. It's got a new ship smell to it, and I do love it quite a lot. But we are heading up to the Senses Spa to put our names in for the raffle. It says fitness, and this is going to be another, so it's going to have some workout equipment. This is also connected to the Senses Spa. Today it's open from 12 to 10. And then like the rest of the week it'll be open at different times. But this is like brand new workout equipment and everything else. You got some mostly cardio stuff, and then you have some stuff you can do at the end. They got a rowing machine here. There's a cycle room. There's a cycle room. All sorts of different stuff. So
May I
actually really nice.
please? Amanda
Then you got Sims Spa as well. So unfortunately, the spa did the raffle at 2:30, and we didn't get on the ship until about that time. Well, actually, Kayla, her mom, and her granddad got on around 2 o'clock. I got on around 2:30, just because of the parking situation. Because since we are departing from Terminal 8, but we are returning on Terminal 10. They wanted us over to Terminal 10 for parking. So, but now we are currently on the promenade. And you can see they're setting up for the assembly station because we have to physically do the station. We have to do this, and everyone has to check in before they can let us depart. So, and Disney is very strict on you have to visit it, even though it's a little bit easier for them to just have us go. To let us go and like check in. Disney prefers to do it this way because then you can physically see where your station is. You see the cast members the crew members you'll be working with, and going from there. This is the first time ever that we've had an assembly station that be inside. So we do have to go to World of Marvel for ours because that's Assembly Station W for us. All right, so we are post mandatory muster drill. We got ourselves all settled, and now we are set and ready for the sail away party here aboard the beautiful Disney Destiny. And then once we are up and moving, I'm going to make my way towards the front portion to listen to the horn as we get down towards past Jetty Park to hear everything, because they do have, we'll go to the Distance, Hakuna Matata, and then Cruella de Vil. All new horns for this ship, so I'm very excited to check and hear those all out. But as you can tell, they're getting really ready, pumped. But right now, not very many people right now. If you see, I'm going to do a quick little zoom out for you guys to see. This is my current view, and you can see there is still lots of space down there. They did move this sail away party to 4:30 instead of 4:15 because of the delay in the muster drill, which they weren't even doing the like scan your card part of the muster drill. They were actually doing everything by pen and paper. So, but I'm very excited because this is the first time we'll get to hear the horn in person as we do get pushed off and heading out to open sea for the next 4 days.
Welcome to the Disney Destiny! Are you all excited for a new, fun, magical adventure? My name is Brandon, and we're so excited to have you here for the next 4 fun-filled days. And we want to meet you. In fact, I was just meeting the Fernandez family all the way from Orlando, Florida. Give us a wave, Fernandez family! Now, we're just about to set sail, but before we do, let's get the party started with some dancing! So here to get it started is my friend, it's Dominique! Hey, Dominique, who are you meeting down there?
Talking to Peter Parker all the way from Queens, New York, here with his aunt. Give us a wave, Peter! Where'd he go? He was just here. I don't know. Well, are we all excited for a great vacation? Yeah! I said, are you excited? That's what I want to hear. We want to hear you loud and proud so Captain Diddy can hear you. Now, one more time. Are we ready for our party? Well, it's time to get those moves going, and everyone can do it. Whether you're on deck 11, deck 12, or deck 13. See if you can follow along, because here we are.
Electro, our old friend, Spider-Man.
Stealing power from a vacation cruiser? This is a new low even for you, Electro. You're in backup. Where do you think you're going?
Is everyone okay? What happened?
sent Electro for a swim. Now that that's settled, time to party. Woo!
And I'm Gamble, here to share the stories of destiny.
Tales to enlighten and amuse. The ocean is a place that exists in between stories.
The perfect place to reflect on who you are.
And who you are meant to be. A place to seek your story.
And define your destiny.
The stories are all around us. Fairy tales, myths, legends.
Opposing forces rising to find their purpose.
Wicked villains facing a fate.
And courageous heroes forging their path.
The question is, what is your story?
Allow us to guide you on destiny's journey. Together, we will set sail.
As your story begins. Oh, this is going to be a good one.
friends, become our family. So come on and join our family time.
Would you mind doing a slide?
Oh, I'd love to. Will you all help me count down?
Sure will. Happy to.
What fun! Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I really want to point out this really quickly. So this right here is actually one of the barges that the SpaceX rockets actually will land on. And so it looks like that one just came back in and it is being offloaded and being ready to be transported back to Kennedy Space Center, which is just across the way over there. So, but that is so cool to see that. And now, so you can see, we are officially starting the travel out to open ocean for the next 4 days. I'm gonna be 100% honest though, is that during the sail away party, I got extremely emotional, and I'm not 100% sure why. And I think it's because of the way that they're like, oh, it's your destiny. It's like, you choose what you do. And this year hasn't been like the best year within my family and with me and Kayla. Nothing wrong with me and Kayla, just it hasn't been a very good year. And being aboard the ship really does say, like, you do control your destiny and your destiny is out there. And so I got very emotional when they said that, and I actually kind of cried a little bit. And I think I'm just very happy just to be back on another cruise ship right now. But I haven't gotten that emotional in hot minutes. That was a little wild, but I do need to go down because I need to get some water because I'm very thirsty. But serious moment there just for a second, just to kind of get an idea where my mind is at. But I will say how absolutely gorgeous, and it is kind of already funny, like being on a ship already and knowing where everything is essentially. I mean, there are some new things, there are some things that weren't on the treasure that are on this ship, but like I knew exactly as soon as we came from the Montreal, I went to that spot right there for the sail away party, and I knew where the drink stations were, I know where the food area is, and all that. So, but they were just saying we need to go down and go down to Triton's Lounge, which is the same on this ship as it is on the Treasure, and I think it's also the same on the Wish. So sometimes there's things that's similar between all three other classes of ships. Okay, so I think plan is, one, I need to stop by the room because I need to grab my fuel rod and I need to drop off my tripod because I don't want to carry this tripod around with me. I was going to grab my water bottle so I can try to fill up some water because I need to drink water. I haven't drank water since before we got on the ship, and so I need to do that. And also I want to see if we run into our stateroom host so I can ask him to have the top bunk pulled down. And then Kayla's supposed to ask about getting an extension cord for her Grana's feet pat machine. So we'll see. But I'm gonna walk the 10 miles back to our room, and then I'm gonna walk all the way back to the front to the to forward to get to trivia in Triton's Lounge because it's general Disney trivia. And then when we get done with that, we'll be right there for Seize the Adventure show. So we'll be doing that. Try to be about 30 minutes early so we make sure we get ourselves a good seat. Okay, this is so cool. Look at the Maleficent dragon. I feel like I'm gonna have to go at every level and I'm gonna have to look at everything. There's concept art for Big Hero 6. Big Hero 6 concept art. Oh, it's so cool.
Who's ready for some trivia? Yeah, I'm just taking my long walk to the stage. Hang on.
Really fun was that we did general trivia and we got 16 out of 20. The winner got 19. I actually messed up because it said, what is Scar's relations to Simba? And my brain said Mufasa, not Scar, not Simba. So I put brother, not uncle. So wild. But now we're waiting to go into the Walt Disney Theater to go and see the show tonight. So it's Disney Seize the Adventure. Okay, that show was really good. And I didn't realize that that was on the Treasure. I didn't actually see that on the Treasure. I think I skipped it. I think it was one of the nights I needed like extra rest because it was one of like the many nights that we did stuff. But that was really good. And they brought out the actor who's going to be on doing the Hercules show as well. So now we're heading over because Mickey's main sale is now officially open. Let's go do some shopping and see how bad we can charge the credit card. It's never good when we do this. Okay. Not as bad as I thought. We also had to get about something for one of Kayla's friends who could not come on the cruise this time. And so our total, mind you, there's a couple things are not quite ours. There's some things that her mom wanted. And it was about $200. So it's not too bad. The 2 pins, a spirit jersey. I got a new Destiny hat. I didn't get the ship model because it's pretty much just the same thing as what the Treasure was. But I'll pretty much show you guys everything I went either tonight or I will insert a clip of everything we get now. So first and foremost, I got myself this Disney Destiny hat. And I love this because it is an all black hat. But what's really cool is the lettering is kind of raised and a little rubbery. If it was like just printed on there, I don't think I would have wanted it. But I do like this hat a lot. And I was really bummed when I lost it for a couple of hours, actually 6 hours. But I was able to get it back, so I was very happy. And if I didn't get it back, I was going to just accept it and accept defeat at that point. Next thing we got was, as usual, anytime I ever go on a Disney cruise, I always get a spirit jersey. So I got the Disney Destiny inaugural sailing spirit jersey. So I love this jersey because it's got like the purple and the blue. Don't mind it's wrinkled. It just came out of the suitcase. But I love this design. But I think that the one I'm wearing, the Treasure, is my favorite spirit jersey I ever got. But on the back, just says the Disney Destiny on it. What I'm really frustrated with is they've gone away from the toothpaste logo on the front, and now they're going to this logo instead, or like the logo of the ship. And I don't really care for that. I like the toothpaste logo just because it's a classic logo for the cruise line. The other piece of merchandise that we got was Kayla got this really cool sweater. And it's really cool because it's a classic Disney cruise line. It's got the toothpaste logo. It's the kind of the colors you think of, the white with the blue and the red. This is a really cool shirt. I think this was $45 for it. So it was $45, and it's kind of lighter, and it kind of works out great, especially considering the next couple of days are going to be freezing cold in Florida. Really, down to the last couple pieces, so not a lot of stuff. But big thing is, Kayla finally got her towel animal ornament / keychain. We're going to turn this into a keychain. But it's kind of the similar idea of like how the Labubus are kind of going, but we like the towel animal from the cruise line. It's like a little monkey with his little sunglasses. It's so stinking cute. And Kayla had been wanting this for a while. And luckily, on this one, there's plenty of them to get. So we were able to get this. I can't remember what this one cost. I think it cost $25 for it because it says Peach on the back. I don't know what Peach is. I don't know why they don't just print the... I don't know. And it wouldn't be merchandise if we didn't get some pins. Now, Kayla was actually really excited because we were able to get this inaugural sailing one of the Disney Destiny with Mickey and Minnie in front of the bow of the ship, even though the bow doesn't have the Minnie superhero thing. But this is inaugural, so this will be part of the inaugural sailing merch. And a lot of this inaugural sailing merch does last between 6 months to a year, just depending on the cruise ship and when I think it's really when they sell out at that point. But this did cost $22 for this one. And then the more generic one of the Disney Destiny. So it's got Spider-Man on it with his little spider bot. And I kind of like it because it's the stern looking at the ship and like it's an actual design. And what's really funny on this one is you can kind of see where our room kind of was on it. So, but this was yellow and I think this was $14. So this is the basic one that they'll probably have all the time. This one is the one that they only have during the inaugural sailing time frame. So Kayla finally committed to this bag. She'd been wanting this bag for some time, and what's pretty cool, it's a heavy duty tote, and we like our Castaway Key bag that we get for our like Castaway Club stuff, but it's not very durable. This is like actually thick, durable. It's got the nice zipper. It's very deep. But what I like about it is, so you got Captain Mickey, but then got yourself Captain Minnie on the other side. But I like the fact that the straps are different colors. But yeah, you see Captain Minnie. And this was, I think, $35 for it. Again, no price on it. But yeah, you guys are gonna, we will go back and I will show you guys everything there is, including stuff for inaugural sailing and basic stuff as well. So, but plan is go in a room, drop everything off, maybe go to the bathroom, and then it's time to go to dinner. And we're at World of Marvel tonight. So least favorite restaurant on the ship usually, but I'm super, super excited for Lion King in the Lion King restaurant, because we had that 2 nights. And then we have 1923 on the Royce side, which I think we sat on the Royce side last time too, so, but getting kind of hungry now finally. Time to eat at World of Marvel tonight. I'm kind of not really, this is kind of my least favorite restaurant when we were on the Treasure. I have a feeling it'll be the same way here with this, but gonna give everything a chance. So we gotta go up and gotta have our hands washed. So here's the World of Marvel. Here's our food for tonight. So you got the showcase apps. I think I'm gonna end up getting the Bayo bun. Some entrees. It tells you what it's from: Wakanda, Sevilla, Stark Industries. So cool. Desserts.
Alright, so this is my recommendation from the menu. So my recommendation from the menu is gonna be that appetizer. We have a saute.
Welcome to our celebration of heroes. As you dine, we will drop in on your favorite heroes, both around the world and across the galaxy, who are hard at work.
Well, what's all this about?
Hello, Rocket. We're in the middle of a celebration dinner here on our ship.
You call that a ship? And what are you celebrating?
We are celebrating the heroes who keep us all safe.
Well,
He prefers to be called Star-Lord.
I prefer to call him something that gets in front of Groot.
I am Groot.
I can't believe that's who you picked out of all of us. I saved the galaxy 3 times, and I don't see no pictures of me.
I'm Groot.
No one cares that I'm your hero. They don't even know me. Come on, Groot. Gotta get the ship upgrades ready before Star-Lord cries about it again.
Groot, that's very kind, but how can you help us celebrate?
I am Groot.
Be right back. But I'm not sure what he means. But let's go on to the next item on our schedule. Oh, he's back. Yes. Well, we really have no time in our schedule for adding more ideas.
This is the steamed Bayo bun. It's got sea ginger, orange, pork belly, toasted sesame seeds, pickle, daikon, spring onions, Miriam soy, honey glaze. Interesting how this will taste. So here's the chicken schnitzel. It's a panko crusted chicken breast, butter sauteed potatoes, caramelized onions, long green beans, lemon, and anchovies and Caspers.
You enjoy. Oh.
Where did I leave this? Hey, Groot. Have you seen my quantum destroyer? If that thing isn't plugged in the right way, it could obliterate the entire galaxy. What the? Groot! Do you know what that thing is?
I am Groot.
Yeah, only because I just told you. You're aiming it at a ship full of Terrans! Don't push that button, Twig. That is a very dangerous button. Don't do it. I mean it. Okay, that's what I go for the lava. Groot, you did all this for me. Now everyone knows I'm a hero. Hey, what are you terrorists looking at, huh? I just got something in my eye. I gotta go find some drops. You all go ahead. Celebrate already.
So Nano Delbo's torta. It's a sponge layered cake, rich chocolate buttercream, and a caramel center filling. So, I mean, I'm only going to take a couple bites of this. I'm not super hungry. All right, so dinner at Marvel was pretty much very similar to what we had when we were on the Treasure. My schnitzel did not have enough salt, and even like the potatoes didn't have enough salt on it. The bagel bun was good. Like the pork belly was actually really good. I felt the bagel bun didn't have really enough flavor in it, and then the whatever the pickled stuff is was a little funky to me. But then like my dessert, the torta, was actually really, really good, but very rich. So I only had a couple bites of it, but it was really good. I definitely think that it was better than when we were on the Treasure for Marvel. We were talking to our server though, and our server was saying that over half the serving staff is brand new. Not those coming from other ships, not those coming, it is brand new servers. And then they said this kitchen staff was brand new kitchen staff. Half of them were like brand new. So it's a lot of learning. And I mean, it was an hour and a half for dinner, which is about stereotypical for it. There was kind of a big gap to getting our first appetizer. Then appetizer to dinner was actually pretty good, but then getting dessert took a little bit longer. There's no blame on them. This is a first cruise, so they're all still learning. They'll get into the better half, and they'll get it. They'll get it. Trust me, I know they will. But overall, pretty good dinner, I will say. Now I'm really excited for tomorrow because it's the Lion King restaurant. What is kind of fun is these elevators are hero and villain themed. So like coming in here, it is all heroes, and so this is the aft elevator.
Doors closing.
And you see all the murals behind me of like, you got Baymax, Simba, Merida, Hercules, Mulan, you've got Sorcerer Mickey. This is pretty cool. And then the aft elevators are all villains, so I'll show you that one in a second. And don't you guys all worry, there will be a full ship tour, just like we did on the Treasure. So there will be that. It's also pretty cool is they do have Edna Mode Sweets, which is the sweet shop. So we will be going in there to check that out at some point. For sure, because I am all about it. Like, if we get anything, may not get anything in particular, but I do just want to check it out to see what they've got. Because look, you got Edna Mode with Jack and Num Num cookies. Now I wanted to head out here because I want to get to the drink station, fill up some water bottles. I really do like the fact that Disney does have the ability where you can pretty much go to a drink station and soda is free with the cruise. Now, I mean, I know you're paying a lot for the cruise, but also I just love coming out here because like you have all these chairs set up and you have funnel vision. I don't know what's playing right now. Oh, it's Cruella, and it's the live action Cruella. So that's actually super cool. I love this movie. I'm curious to see if the Aqua Mouse does open while we are on it because they do have a special storyline, and it's the one where you see Chernobog. I'm also curious to see will all of these pools be open during our stay, because when we were on the Treasure, a couple of these pools were only open at a time, and only on one night was the Mickey pool in front of the Funnel Vision open as well. And there's still a lot to see on the ship because you have the whole food festival all the way in the back where you've got build your own bowls, burritos, tacos, you have pizza, you have the smokehouse barbecue, you have ice cream, soft serve ice cream, and you have like chicken tenders and cheeseburgers and stuff like that. As you can see, Mickey and Friends Festival of Foods. You have Donald's Cantina, where it's build your own burritos, tacos, and bowls. Then you continue on around the corner, and you've got Pizza Pies, where they are making up some nice, delicious pizza and everything. They have different kinds. They have prosciutto pizza, 4 cheese pizza, pepperoni, plant-based sausage pizza as well. And then if you keep going around the corner, you do have the Smokehouse Barbecue. And I'll tell you what, for someone who grew up in Texas with good barbecue's actually really, really good. Then you continue on around the corner, and then you've got Goofy's Grill. This is where you're gonna get your hamburgers, your cheeseburgers, Possible Burgers, all beef hot dogs, bratwurst, crispy chicken tenders, and French fries. And then probably the most popular area is Minnie's Delights. This is gonna be your soft serve ice cream. They have a daily, they have vanilla chocolate, vanilla swirl. They do have additional flavors depending on the day as well. And then they do have the Lookout, which is one of the bars up here. Also, if you are interested in getting your hair braided or things put in it, normally you just walk up and you do it. However, Kayla found out because she usually, one of her root things she loves to do every single time, she loves to get her hair braided for the trips. Well, you have to make reservations for it, and there's really nothing available until tomorrow evening. So, but honestly though, it is 10:30 at night. I am very tired. I've been up since 5 a.m. with a long travel day. It was a fantastic first day on the Disney Destiny. Leaving from Port Canaveral, 4 nights we've got. Still got a few more days. Tomorrow is Castaway Key Day, which I'm kind of bummed because originally this cruise was supposed to be Lighthouse Point, but you know what? It is still going to be a fantastic time at Castaway Key. So we'll hopefully guys will see you guys tomorrow. Like I said, good day, and hopefully tomorrow morning when you guys see this video tomorrow, you guys will see us backing into at Castaway Key. So good morning, adventurers, and welcome back to day 2 aboard the brand new Disney Destiny. And as you can see today, we've arrived at Castaway Key, our one and only port aboard the ship on this go around. But as you can see, we are already here. They are already getting us nice and tied up, getting us nice and parked. It's a very smooth glide in, as you probably saw by the time lapse this morning. But I'm going to tell you what, yes, we are excited to be back at Castaway Key. We're not probably going to spend all day. We don't have all aboard time until 10 o'clock. Right now it's only 7:35. So we still have about 2.5 hours. We do have some room service breakfast coming to the room this morning. And I do want to go up to Marceline Market to check out what does breakfast look like aboard the Disney Destiny. And we think we are going to go have breakfast at 1923 this morning. So today's going to be another fun-filled day of adventures, Castaway Key, and exploring this brand new ship in the Disney Destiny. So if you haven't done so, make sure you are subscribed to the channel and leave a like. And welcome back to the Disney Destiny Castaway Key Adventure Day. And yes, we were here in March aboard the Disney Dream, but when we came, it was an extremely windy day. Today, even though it is a little windy, we are higher up, we are on the open ocean, but today was very smooth getting in. They got us parked, and today, it's for a lot of these cast members, their first time working at Castaway Key and being at the island itself. So that's why it is a long period of time. Even though we are already parked, they've already got us tied off, they do have to take some time to get all those new cast members off and be able to get onto the island and see what they need to do. For us, it is all about getting some food this morning, checking it out, and what's even better is down at the dock, they do have their Christmas tree up for Castaway Key, so it's going to make Kayla's heart very happy and excited. But I cannot tell you what, having this huge wraparound veranda is so amazing because you get such a good view of the entire island. I'd much rather have checked out Lighthouse Point, and we still needed to go there, but it just means we have to go on another Disney cruise. So any reason to go back on another one, we will take, and maybe we'll even go aboard the Disney Treasure on the next go around. So we'll just see. And maybe we'll come back onto the Disney Destiny. We never know. Adventures are always out there. And as they say aboard the Disney Destiny, your destiny awaits. So they brought up our continental breakfast and room service stuff. And like I said, I always grab a couple of donuts just because I never know what they're going to bring up. Kayla actually asked for Fruit Loops because she thought she was going to get it in a box. But I wonder if we go to Marceline Market, we can get it. What I think is kind of funny is the little, pints of milk, the little cups of milk. Usually they give you the cartons, and this one, actually little glasses, so it's kind of funny actually, but it's always kind of nice. Like I said, they only really offer this if you want eggs, bacon, all that stuff. You do have to either go to Marceline Market or at 8 a.m. go down to 1923 for sit-down service. Well, they got the chandelier down right now in the atrium. Looks like they're doing some work on it, maybe doing some cleaning and stuff. Ooh, but the cool thing is right here is all of the cool little displays they have for the Aqua Mouse, some more designs for the treasure itself. The ship's bell. Oh yeah, look, the bell's cast in bronze, special ceremony at the shipyard on June 19th. The real ship's made of brass is mounted on the flag mast on the tip of the bow on deck 6. And look, there's the wooden cutout made from balsa wood, and it's Philip Genotos for the wish and the treasure. So this is always kind of cool. And then there's the stern character. You got the keel, the ship number, which that's the number, so it's 706. Stern characters, and then the ship's horn as well. We'll have to definitely look at everything a little bit closer as well once we get kind of settled for the day. So we're not rushing. Like I said, we're not rushing off the ship right when they let us get on to Castaway, because we actually want to wait till it gets to lunchtime and when it's a little bit warmer out as well. So we are into 1923 for breakfast, and so there are two sides. There's a Roy side and a Walt side. Oh, look at the Toy Story stuff. So it's kind of like a little, like, almost museum of, like, them doing stuff for the different movies they've had. Ooh, they even have Incredibles right here. So it's like how they would design how they would do the, how they get the, like, storyboards for movies. So here's kind of the breakfast menu you got. You got the chilled out, so usually parfaits, some fresh fruit and stuff. There's the all ages, for children of all ages. The peanut butter and jelly typhoon. I remember on the treasure when we were with some friends, they got that quite a few times and said it was very good. Then you get the feast from the griddle. Eggs, and they got the eggs Benedict, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to be getting because that's always like my go-to on the ships. Hot cereals. You can then do your own omelets, plain or egg whites, with all the different toppings. Then they do have like signature breakfast. They have the DCL Express, Southern hash, French toast, and then additional stuff as well. So here is the eggs Benedict, and I got it with the Canadian bacon and a side of hash browns. Don't think we eat the entire thing, but I'm definitely going to eat this. I'm curious how to see if this got poached properly, because sometimes you got to get it. It's a little. Oh no, that's perfect. That's perfectly cooked. Then some Mickey waffles you can actually order off the kids menu. This is really cool. Like, just as we leave, they've got all stuff from Maleficent and Sleeping Beauty. That's Aurora right here. Oh, it's how they talk about how they used to film everything with the, like, projector, where they would have one layer, another layer, and then the background layer, and then more images of Sleeping Beauty. Some other concepts of Maleficent, and which before she goes into being a dragon. Ooh, so just entered into the Sanctum. So this is all about the from Doctor Strange, where he has, like, you see all the books are put up. So if you remember from the treasure, this was the Jungle Cruise, the Skipper's Canteen, or Skipper Lounge. This is the Sanctum, and it's based around Doctor Strange.
Mitchell, save our spot.
Doctor Strange and everything else, and they have specialty drinks here as well. The bar doesn't open until later on when we're out at sea, but you can see there's the logo for the Sanctum, and there's a couple other things I'll show you in a second. But, like, you can see, look, there's the where the time stone is, and all different other artifacts they've got. There's a lot of detail in here. I like the booth. I like the lighting behind the booth. But yeah, look, there's one of the drinks they have, the specialty, the Sanctum there. Then you've got Doctor Strange's cape as well that he wears that usually helps protect him. But I also love the fact they do have the giant espresso coffee machines. And then one of my favorite things in the entire world is the Haunted Mansion parlor. I do know this one is always just super popular, and you're only allowed to be in here for 45 minutes, but we'll have to come back and check it out, especially those days at sea. And then some more places to buy more merch, more Disney Destiny stuff. What I do love is the artwork down this way. Like Toy Story, you got Mulan, Hercules, Moana. Oh, Moana's little sister too. You have Ursula from The Little Mermaid, Gaston, the Evil Queen, and Jafar. It's so cool. And like I said, more. Oh, look, they got stuff for the cast and cannon, aka the Pirate Lounge. Oh, that looks like the cup you get from the Beacon Barrel. Well, then here's like the entrance into the Walt Disney Theater, aka where the Broadway style shows are. There is 2 areas. They've got this on deck 3, and then there's deck 4 as well. We always like to go to deck 4 because they have little side seats you like to go off to, because then you're not sitting around on top of each other. But then you got Preludes, and then there is one upstairs next to Saga that you can buy popcorn, drinks, and they even have specialty popcorn buckets as well. And if you have a popcorn bucket, you can bring it onto the ship, and it's only $2 a refill, just like it is on the rest of the parks. Right next to the Sanctum, across from like the super expensive stuff that I could never want or afford, they have this really cool layout of an interior look of the Destiny. So you see there's Sense of Spa at the very front, the area for the captains, the kids zone, then all the different types of staterooms. Then you've got, looks like cast and cannon. You've got the Walt Disney Theater right here where the stage actors get ready, the Sanctum, the 2 different Neverland and Wonderland cinemas. Then you got DeVille Lounge and the Haunted Mansion Parlor. Like I said, then you have Saga, more staterooms. You got the Festival of Foods, the Destiny Tower Suite, the Atrium, the Kids Clubs, more staterooms as well. See the Aqua Mouse on the very top. As you can see, real funnel, big funnel. More kids zone spaces. The Feast of the Lion King restaurant. World of Marvel. The 1923 kids zone, nursery, small world, the kitchen. So yeah, it's such a cool way like to think of how the ship is laid out and everything. And of course, then you turn the corner and then you've got the really cool mosaic that says the Destiny on it. Wow. Well, this is actually kind of cool. They actually have the address, the 1778 Blicker Street for the Sanctum in New York from Doctor Strange in the Marvel Universe. It looks like they are completely done with all the work they were doing on the chandelier and stuff in the atrium space. That's actually really good. It's kind of cool seeing that down because they said sometimes when you're on some of the ships and you're a castaway, they will bring the they'll bring down the chandelier to do some dusting and cleaning on those days that they're like at port or something. And it's probably mostly because then they can actually like do the cleaning and everything else. And what I do love is they do have 1923. 1923 is one of the sit-down restaurants, and 1923 is the one that's themed towards Walt and Roy. And so they have different mementos for Walt and Roy, like at the parks. Like they do have the Walter Disney, the Roy of Disney sign. They have the small model of the Roy and Minnie statue where Roy was standing when he was helping develop. Roy actually came out of retirement to finish Walt Disney World for his little brother since he couldn't be there to finish it himself. And then there's the Walt Disney side as well. And again, more stuff from Walt himself from his days with the Sherman Brothers, him and Lily out on a cruise as well, because cruising was just as big for him as anything else. But you talk about one man created this, everything, and now you've got this, you know, floating ships that are themed to everything that he had hoped for. It's kind of cool. Just right off to the right is they have all the little stuff for the design process for like the atrium, the sanctum. You can see all the different colors. This different staterooms they've got. So like you've got Merida, Big Hero 6, Hercules is like what we are in. Then they got Cafe Megara for one of the ones. Then they've got the Grand Hall Concept with the Black Panther and King T'Challa and his Black Panther like roots behind him. Look, a little cabin for the Destiny. See, this is what a normal cabin would look like. Ooh, Cafe Merida, elevator lobby, so on some of the final designs. Such cool that they put a lot of the stuff in here. I like this stuff a lot more than anything else. You've got King T'Challa and his panther, aka his guide. You see his vibranium suit. I do love it because it is towards a little bit of an honoring towards Chadwick, the actor who portrayed the Black Panther, since he did pass away. He did pass away from cancer, and it was a huge memento. Black Panther was a very unknown Marvel character and became one of the biggest movies in the world, grossing over $1 billion, and doing better than anyone ever thought. And the fact that he only starred in one shows his legacy. So the fact that that was his destiny really means a lot for him being the Destiny's bronze statue for the atrium. I also did forget to mention, I wanted to give you guys kind of a rundown. Like I told you, we're going to go to Castaway. We're going to spend some time on the island. We're not getting off right away. We're actually going to wait till closer to lunchtime to go over. So that's the hottest part of the day. We can swim for a couple hours. But we need to be back on the ship like by 5, cleaned up, so at 5:30 we can go down and get in line for Frozen, a musical. So they have Frozen on the ship as well as Hercules. And so we want to do Frozen tonight, and then we have dinner at Pride Land's Feast of the Lion King. And Lion King is Kayla's favorite movie of all time. She has all the pins, she's got all the shirts, she's got all the stuff for it. It's one of her favorites, it's her favorite movie, hands down. And so we were for sure gonna be checking all that out. And they told us to get there a little bit earlier because they have a show that goes along with it. And also they did say it gets a little dark in there. So we're definitely gonna check that out. But I am curious, have they been letting people off the ship yet? I don't think quite yet because people are still waiting. I'm curious if they've got everything set up for it. Doesn't look like anyone's getting off the ship yet. So they are really pushing that 10 o'clock time. But again, this is the first time that a lot of these cast members and crew members are getting to see Castaway Cay. So they want to get themselves settled and ready so that they're not too worried about everything. It looks like everyone was waiting for the ship to get cleared and they are racing off the ship to go down to Castaway. We're not in a super big rush to get off. We want to hang out. I'm want to wait until 10:15 because it sounds like Loki may be coming out to take over the atrium. So I want to take advantage of looking around deck 4 a little bit, mostly because look, Cafe Megara. For Cafe Meg, from Hercules. But also like this mural is so cool. It's the warriors from Black Panther and Wakanda. And in fact they must be individually placed. That is so beautiful. We also need to talk about just the amount of really stinking cool artwork they've got around their ship. Like I'm gonna have to do just a whole thing of just checking out the different artworks. Like look at the artwork right here for the different tribes, for the Wakanda people, and also I think just general tribes that were like inspired Wakanda and everything else. But I can't really place it because I'm not gonna make that decision right now. Because right now I'm leaning to I like this ship more than I like the Treasure. I love the Treasure. I think I like this class of ship more though. Even though it's a little bit more busier, I feel like there's more room, there's more stuff to do. I think there's more things to look at. So I'm gotta see, as we continue on, which ship will be better, the Treasure or the Destiny. And I'll do a full breakdown of Destiny versus Treasure, opinions, what do I choose, what do I prefer, and go from there. This right here, so to the right of Cafe Megara is the Untangled Salon. And they've got these really cool art pieces. One of Encanto, then you've got Rapunzel from Tangled, and I love the way that it's designed where it's like 3D. In a sense, and I think it's a really cool way. Then you've got the Little Mermaid right here. And then look at Frozen. Okay, these are so cool. These are so unique. I think they have something like this on the Treasure. Again, I have to go back and look at everything because it's been about a year since it's been on the Treasure. So I gotta figure out what have we seen, what's different, what looks different. But I do love all of I love the design and the decor of this ship so much. Like look at Cafe Megara. Really feels like you're in the Hercules universe. It's kind of weird not to be in a rush to get off the ship at Castaway Cay because every time we've come before, we seem like we're always kind of like rushing to be like, we have our stuff with us at breakfast, we're waiting at the gangways. And this go around, we're just kind of taking it easy. I think because it's not that we don't want to spend time on Castaway Cay, we were just looking forward to Lighthouse Point. And they changed our itinerary last week, so that's whatever. But I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be at Castaway Cay. I'm glad to get onto the island. But I'm not getting out in a rush. I want to explore the ship. We only have 4 days on the ship, only the Treasure, where we had 7 full days. We only have 4. So I want to check out everything there is to see on the Destiny and see all the stuff. And especially before I do my ship tour, so I know where everything is before I get lost 17 times. So one of the things as well is that since everyone's probably off the ship right now, we're actually gonna try to do Disney trivia see if we can win. We still have not won a trivia in the 6 cruises we've been on. So we really want to try to win one of the fun medallions. I know it seems trivial, but all we want to do is win a trivia. So once again, 16 out of 20 on the Disney trivia, and the people who won ended up getting all 20.
They always get 20-20.
Yeah, you have to be perfect on it.
Yeah, if you're not perfect, you're not gonna win.
No, well, if you're not perfect on the score. And then, because there was 2 of them, they had a bonus question, and it said on July 19, 2019, how many performances did The Lion King on Broadway celebrate doing? So how many performances had done by that point? So considering Lion King is one of the it's gonna be the longest running Broadway show
Ever, I think.
Yeah, it is. But I was noticing one of the guys.
Millennials go crazy for it.
Yeah, well, that's one. Considering Lion King's your favorite movie, so. But I was kind of noticing one of the guys was taking a picture of the answers as it came up.
We noticed that twice.
So I'm like, that's a little.
They shouldn't be able to do that.
No.
They post on YouTube.
Yeah, they do. I used to do that.
Switch up. They have new movies.
Yeah, they had Wish. They legitimately had Wish as well. So like the fact
There's no
that.
way to memorize all the costumes.
No. Oh well, is what it is. Took a little break actually instead before heading onto the island, but now it's about 12:55. I'm gonna go onto the island, get some pictures of the ship really quick, and then jump onto the tram all the way over to Scuttles to the second stop, and then get on the tram from there to Serenity Bay Barbecue because we want to have lunch there because they have the steaks and food over there. It's usually a little bit better, and then this time of the day, it's usually not as busy over there. It's like right at 11:30 when it opens. So we're gonna do all that, get some pictures of the ship, and maybe hopefully if it's not too cold, get some good swimming in. I feel like I always forget how large these cruise ships are. Like once you get off of them, like when we were just now, like at the very back, it didn't feel like we were that far up, but like once you get down here and you're to like deck 1, it's very tall. But also the last time we were here, we were on the Dream, which is what, a third smaller than this ship is?
Oh, about the same size.
About the same size? I thought it holds the same amount of people.
Wonder or smaller.
Well, yeah. Well, the Wonder will never be back here, so. But also, it's kind of nice timing is all the Christmas stuff is up for Castaway. Warm wishes from Castaway Key. And their little Sandman, not snowman, Sandman. Also, what is also really nice is that the Navigator app actually finally got an update before we got on the ship, and now this map is in the app. That has never actually been on any of the apps, like has been on the app any other time we've ever been here, so I kind of love that. Oh, plus look, cargo handling. Look at the little reef on the very top. Also look at the like reefs they've got hanging up as well. They've got like fishing net, lures, bobbers, all that stuff all decorated down here. Like we've been here, we were here last year when we've been here 3 times now when they decorated for Christmas now because we came last year on the Treasure, the year before on the Dream on our Christmas cruise. So you got By the Seashore, which is their gift shop here at Pelican Point. And I do love their little floating Disney boat right here. Hello. Hello. They got a lot of stuff here there's only some stuff that's only available at Castaway Key. So a lot of their hats here. They've got this interesting Castaway Key mesh shirt. They do have a like UV like Spirit jersey. They've got a Castaway Key picture frame, some magnets. They've got the Castaway Key 5K. Good amount of stuff. And then they do have some Castaway Key postcards, which is kind of funny. I think they need, oh no, these are still like the Dream class still. Thought they needed to update it, but I guess not. And then some other Spirit jersey they've got. Ooh, this is actually kind of cool actually. Ooh, tram to the Serenity Base here. We gotta go. We'll come back and look at more stuff later because I want to go back to our spot, to mine and Kayla's spot here, and get a picture of the Destiny from there. All right, so now we are over here to Serenity Bay Barbecue. We get ourselves some food and everything. And it's kind of surprising because we thought it wouldn't be busy because they stopped serving at 2, but we're wondering if because they stopped serving at 2, that's why everyone is over here. So I'm kind of curious some of the things they have there. Tomato and cucumber salad, coleslaw. Along here, there is a lot of meat though over there. We'll get to that in a second. but it does look like they are working on something back here. And I gotta ask Kayla, because she did tell me what it is, but I do want to go back and look at it and see what it is. But it sounds like this may be the new quick service spot to maybe replace Serenity Bay Barbecue, like this space, with something a little bit bigger and a little bit better going. So kind of a assortment, if you ask me. Seemed like there wasn't much. I know they usually sometimes have chips off on the side somewhere, so I'm gonna get some chips, hopefully. I am kind of intrigued because they are, like I said, Reed, there is a brand new building being built behind where Serenity Bay Barbecue is. And what I've asked around, but what it sounds like is that it's going to be where the new Serenity Bay Barbecue is going to be going, and they're going to turn all of this into covered seating. So that's actually kind of cool. I just also want to come out here and just check out the beach a little bit. I'm not going to get in it because from what I've heard, it is ice cold today. But yeah, here's Serenity Bay, which is the adult-only area. You can see the water is, so we must be in a low tide right now. And usually this area gets very busy very quickly, and but it does look like, so over here, they're actually got brand new Mickey and Friend cabanas being built, and they'll have direct access to the water. And so that's kind of nice to have that, because they already have these that go all the way down, including down at the very end is actually where the crew members actually hang out when they're coming to the beach, or come to Castaway if they're not working at the time. So, but I do kind of want to keep on walking to show off some things, because like here's Castaway Air, here's one of the mini bars. Let's see how long it takes me to walk from Serenity Bay to Pelican's Point. And is it worth it? Is it worth waiting for the tram, or can you get there quicker? So whenever we do come back to Castaway Key, I'm gonna have to come to this spot right here in front of where the bikes are and take another little panoramic view of it as well, because it'll give you an idea of what has changed and what hasn't changed, because I can't tell you what is different and what's new. And that was just coming from our trip in March. But of course in March, we were with my family and the wind was horrible. Okay, so about 8 minutes into the walk, we are down to the area where the bike path takes place. And it's a little about 0.35 miles to walk the entire way from one end to the other. We are still chugging along nice and slowly back on over. And I think we'll also see how long it takes to get from Pelican's Point to the ship. Right there's another little sign. So if you are looking for the 5K paths, they have these little signs that are just kind of all around. They'll tell you where to go and how to get from place to place. They do have an official map of how you're supposed to run the route and everything. But sometimes people just do as they can to get the 3.1 miles you need to complete the 5K. And now we are back to the family beaches. So this is the second family beach right here, right next to where the slides are at. Like I said, I would love to have done it, but I don't want to be cold. I hate cold. I hate cold water. It's actually one of my least favorite things. But right here, it's going to be right at the end of the walk, and we'll see how long it officially took to complete the 5K, or complete that little walk, because the 5K starts and ends right here. Okay, so official walk from Serenity Bay, the adult-only area, back to Pelican Point and the 5K start point. Took about 12 minutes. It was about 0.55 miles, and I'll give you kind of the way I walk so you guys can see it, so you guys can, in future, if you guys want to do that, you can walk the same path I just did if you're looking for those steps. One of the things I had to do is I have to come over here to come visit mine and Kayla's spot. Normally this is a spot we always have to come and visit, take a picture together, but she wants to swim and she's tired and she doesn't really want to wait much longer. So I want to come check this spot out because I love this spot. This is always going to be a very important spot for me and Kayla, considering now that we've been married a little over 2 years now, but our marriage started pretty much right here. Well, it really started when I asked her out, and right here when we were on the Magic for the very first time on our first stop here at Castaway during that time frame. So if you are interested, there is 3 places to eat on Castaway Key. You have Serenity Bay Barbecue, where we normally go to eat because it gets away. Then you have Cookies Barbecue, which is the barbecue area right behind the first family beach. And then you have Cookies 2, which is over behind the second beach. And so there is plenty of food to go around, but it's only open for 2.5 hours. Because it opens at 11:30 and goes until 2 o'clock. But also this is where you can also get more drinks, more, self-serve. They have ice cream and everything of that nature. And so plenty of seating area. This is actually one of the first places we ate when we first came to Castaway, was here at Cookies, before we found out we can go to Serenity Bay instead. And that was much better because they have steaks. And that's the main reason why we love it, because they make some good steaks. And those steaks are actually some of the best that we have while we're on the cruise. Oh, hey, look. And then more ice cream machines as well, right in front of Cookies. And they still have ice cream flowing. I wonder how long they keep that one flowing. So if you also are curious, is that if you cut off at the first stop, which is Scuttle's Cove, right here, if you go down there, this walking path, right past all the chairs and everything, there's a place called Gills, Fins, Boats. That is where you'll go if you have any of the snorkeling stuff, or if you need a vest because you brought your own. That's where you pick up that stuff. And then also to the left of it, I think it's the Stingray area where you go down to actually do the Stingrays adventure. And that's one of the things Kayla really wants to do. And I think the next time we do it, we come to Castaway Cay, I think I'm going to save up and I'm going to have us do that so that she can experience, because she's all she's asked for is to do that. So, but I do want to stop here by She Sells, and everything else, because I'm in search of a potential shirt that my mom lost, and I'll see if I can get it replaced here. Well, hopefully no one does need this, but if you are interested and do need first aid, it is right here. So it's right here at Scuttle's Point, right next to the restrooms, right across from She Sells, everything else. So that if you are needing something, because I needed a Band-Aid a while ago, and this is where I had to go to get it. I think what's wild to me is, one, this is one of the most picturesque things that not very many people get to check out is the buoys at Mount Rushmore. But it is kind of funny. So we need to be back on the ship by 5:30. It is 2:45. It feels like everyone's already heading back to the ship already. And so that is a very interesting sign, but also I do know a lot of people do need to go to get ready for that early dining, which is at 5:15. And so that's why for us, we wanted to get back because we wanted to be back in line at 5:30 for Frozen. Also, if you do rent any, like you do the banana boat rides, or you do any of the water trikes, or any of the like canoes, anything of that stuff, you'll come over here and you'll actually rent it here, and you'll be in this like third cove away, and you'll be closest to the ship possible. Let's do the same game we did before. Let's not take the tram. Let's take a walk. Let's see how long the walk takes to get there, because I've never done this walkway. So it's 2:44. Let's see how long it takes. I also just wanted more of an excuse, to get my steps in, but also stop to take some pictures of the Disney Destiny. I've got plenty of pictures of Castaway Cay. I've got plenty of pictures of stuff over here, but I want to get some good pictures of the Destiny. So even though you guys will see this video beforehand, the thing about it is that I'm not allowed to post anything until starting on the 11th. And so pretty much from the 11th on, and you guys will notice, I'll be posting videos, pictures, stuff all about it. And I just want to make sure I get as many good photos, because it's the only time we're going to be stopped and be able to see the ship stopped, and not while we're sitting on it, because I couldn't get a really good video or good pictures while we were getting on at Port Canaveral, because it's behind the port. And now walking across the bridge at about 5 minutes and a little over 2/10 of a mile, we can kind of see the stern and the stern characters with Spider-Man and the Spider-Bots. Bringing some good photos of it as we get up here, so we can make sure we get the stern character. And then I hope the forward gangway is still open, because I want to go up to the forward gangway to get a picture of the Disney Destiny like sign and name, because like I said, only time we'll be able to get that close to it. All right, so from Pelican's Point to the tram stop right here, it's about a quarter of a mile. Took me about 7 minutes, but that does include me stopping, taking photos, taking some pictures on my phone, taking some TikToks. So maybe a bit faster, but I'm taking time to get some good shots of the ship and just get some views I've never seen before. Talk about a really good view of the ship. This is it right here. I wonder if the next time we come, this will end up being changing, because as we know, Bob Iger is retiring officially as being the CEO. And anytime the CEO changes, this gets changed as well. And so the question will be, who will it be? Will it be Josh tomorrow, or will it be someone else? We don't know. Just gotta wait and see what that all looks like, and then when we come back, we can see it changed over. Okay, to get from Skeleton's Cove with a small pit stop on the little ledge, take some pictures and videos of the ship, to get to the checkpoint is about 10 minutes, about 3/10 to 0.35 miles to get there. So not a horrible walk. So to get from Scuttle's Point or Scuttle's Cove all the way to the ship, to the forward forward gangway, half a mile, 14 minutes, 20 seconds, and all of that goodness. Man, it was a good walk. So from Serenity Bay to here, probably about 1.25 miles, so 1.25 miles to walk all the way back and forth between those two areas. So if you need the steps, That's how you get it. I do love this elevator because it's got Maleficent on this side, Cruella, Hades, Ursula, Scar, and the Evil Queen. Because it's the forward elevators, so they're the bad guys. They're the villains. Okay. Just got back to the room. Actually, been back to the room for a minute, but we went and swam at the Chippendale pool, which is at the very forward of the ship, because not all the pools are still open, and unfortunately the adult pool on 13 is not going to be open for this trip. So we went over and swam there because the water at Castaway, freezing, awful, cold, hate it. So I couldn't say it enough how much times it was cold. But came up, got showered as you can tell, got myself all cleaned up, put my shirt back on, and now we've got like 2 hours till we need to be down at the Walt Disney Theater for Frozen tonight. And so, but the rest of the day looks like we have Frozen, a Frozen musical spectacular, which is the Frozen show. Then we've got dinner at Festival Lion King. They told us to be there a little bit earlier to try to make sure we get everything in that nature. But how was our day at Castaway Cay? The hour or two we were on it? It was fine. Like I said, we've been here so many times, and if you can't swim, you really don't have a whole lot to do. So for us, it was kind of like, I'm glad we got there. Glad we did a little bit what we did this morning, hung out. The food at Serenity Bay Barbecue I wasn't really impressed with. The steak, still amazing. The cookie was perfect. Brownie, didn't taste as good, but man, did it have the perfect texture. And then the banana ice cream. They had banana ice cream. Amazing. But then I got stopped down for more pizza over here at the Donald's. At the pizza place up there on deck 11. So maybe I'll get some more food because we still have 5 hours until we eat. So maybe we'll go up there. You guys want to do that? Let's head up there. Actually, I got to stop by guest services. I got a blister from all the walking I did. All right, super secret mission time. Go get ice cream. Yes, I said more ice cream. Really what it was is, so we saw a trick on TikTok where if you get a cup of coffee and then take a cup of vanilla ice cream and put it in, it actually helps with almost making it into like a small, having to buy anything from the coffee places. Now, Grant, I'd probably at least get one coffee while we're on this trip, depending on how this tastes. But also I want to fill up my water bottle, maybe get a snack. So it is Edna a la Mode's. And here you can buy yourself some snacks and all this good stuff. And then they do have some special treats as well. Got different types of ice cream. You can get it in waffle cones, get it in cups, all the different types of toppings. Then you can get bark postcards. You can get an action chocolate dipped marshmallow, Element Mode shortbread cookie, Jack cookie and cream cookie, Edna a la Mode cookie and cream, Jack's crispy treats, Screenslavers crispy treats. Got Edna Mode, Jack, Mr. Incredible, Elastic, Violet Cupcake, and Edna Cupcakes. Some macaroons, the same thing we had over here. Then you got Frozen Popsicle, Incredibles, Edna, all different types of things. Ooh, wow. Lots of really good stuff. Definitely coming in here later. I do like the fact that there are places to sit, and there are places you can charge your phone. But you want to see something really funny? Look, it's the raccoon from Incredibles 2, the one that Jack ends up fighting. I feel like this is the epitome of a Disney cruise line adventure. Ice cream and lots of ice cream. All right, one last look at Castaway Cay before we do cast off, because by the time that we make it back to the room, we are actually going to be in the show for Frozen, a musical spectacular. So one last look. And it's how I always think. Every time we leave, I go, I don't know when the next time we'll be back. I don't know when we'll be back. I don't know when we'll be back. And usually we're back within 6 months. I think the longest we went was July of 2023 to November of last year. So I think that's the longest we've ever gone. And so now we've done 3 cruises in the span of a year. I don't know when we'll be doing on them. I think though we're thinking about trying to do the Treasure in the spring with my family. So, because I really like the Wish class. I really like this Wish class a lot. So, but one last look. From this point forward, we will not see any land until we make it back to Port Canaveral in a couple days. Well, we've got ourselves a pilot heading on in to come help us get on out. You can see, look at the sunset in the background right there as we have one last little look at Castaway Cay. Like I said, not sure when we'll be back once again, but we'll be back. But when we come back, there'll be some new stuff as well. So that's what I'm actually extremely excited about, is to see all the new stuff that they're working on. But you can see there's the rock barriers, and then there's a barrier right there to help kind of keep big fish and sharks and stuff out. to prevent them from coming up. Now over at Serenity Bay, they don't. But getting ready to send us off because everyone's supposed to be all aboard by 5:30. Ooh, look at the mini thing. That's really cool. Ooh. Kayla.
I saw.
Ooh, the A-Train's green. I think they're testing out the lighting system. Ooh. Ooh, so Maleficent is meeting and the atrium has changed colors. Minnie.
Oh, Minnie is up there. We don't really have time now, though.
No. Wow, look at the coloring though. This is what they were talking about. Ooh. Wow. Okay, that's actually really cool what they do with the atrium because of the way that they have it set up is that when the characters meet, if it's one of the villains, they make it change colors. So like Maleficent, it was green, it was kind of spooky, it was kind of eerie in there, and I really, really liked it a lot. Oh look, Saga. And then I think they'll do the same thing when it comes to being Loki. So that's really cool. Actually, that's so cool. We're back once again to the Walt Disney Theater because tonight we're seeing Frozen, a musical spectacular. I'm really excited. Really what I'm excited for is day 4 because that's going to be so good. But this is tonight, and then tomorrow they're showing Tron Ares in the theater. So that might be fun, kind of cool to come check out. I don't know if I want to watch it, but. So once again back in the Walt Disney Theater because back to see Frozen. So I'm real excited about this one actually. I'm actually excited to see this because it's the first time seeing a live action of this one or like live Broadway production of it. So I can't film again in this, so we'll pretty much see you guys after the show, after we had all of our popcorn, tell you how the show was. And then if we were to go into Saga to go see the Villains game show before we head over to Pride Fest or to Lion King, I did it on purpose. To the Lion King restaurant because they were told to get there a little bit early because they have a show going on, and I'm kind of hoping we have a good view of the stage. If not, I'll try to do my best to get the best view I can of it. Okay, Frozen, a musical, was absolutely amazing. The live actors were fantastic. They were wonderful. It was just a fantastic show, and I really did enjoy that quite a lot. Makes me really excited for when we actually get to see Hercules on Friday. And I really want to go see Hercules at 2 and also at 6 because it's going to be worth going to both. I think at 2 o'clock going to be super busy, but for sure we'll see it at our normal times. So now we're waiting to go into Saga to go do Villains Game Night, which is a show that we had actually seen on the Treasure, but they only ran like 1 or 2 nights. And then also in Saga later tonight is Match Your Mate, which is one of the funniest game shows out on the Disney cruise ships. So.
Well, what have we here? An audience! Oh, you know people love an audience. Welcome, one and all, to the most maniacal, most wickedly wild event you've ever seen, Villains Game Night! The host of this little nightmare, Jackie Salem!
Hello everyone, and welcome to Villains Game Night. First, let's hear it for the extremely talented and ever so frightening announcer, Oogie Boogie!
Okay, if you go on any of the cruises and there's a Villains Game Night, especially on the Wish class, so Wish, Treasure, or Destiny, go watch it. It is so cool, so much fun, and the way they banter is hilarious. So we had to leave a little bit early. They're going into a lightning round, but because we had to go up for dinner over in the Festival of the Lion King or the Lion King Pride Lands Feast of the Lion King. Gonna mess up that probably 16 more times. But tonight they're supposed to be the show, so I'm really excited to check that out and see how that is. Well, and tonight we are heading in to Pride Land Feast of the Lion King. This is the restaurant I've actually been the most excited for because Kayla's favorite movie of all time is The Lion King, so I wanted to just be able to see everything as we come on in. But I love the long hallway down, and I do like kind of like that where all of the stuff here all of the different artwork. Oh, I love the grass. Like, it's like you're in the tall grass. Ooh, look at the ceiling. I didn't even think to look at the ceiling. The Lion King's her favorite movie, so.
Oh, you'll love it.
To the right, buddy.
In the show, we have original pieces.
Ooh.
Only the ship. They made specifically for the show.
That's amazing. So here is the menu for tonight for the Pride Lands. Here's the appetizer, and the recommended is the chicken skewers. And here is the entrees. And of course, the desserts. Okay, so here is the curried apricot chicken sautés, which is a grilled chicken skewer, tricolor pilaf, and a red chirimoya. So I'm really excited to try this. Kayla's already had a bite, and she said it's very, very good. So I'm excited to try this.
Family, or as we say, Yama.
You know the story. And as we relive this timeless tale, we hope that the lessons of our past will guide us along our path to the future.
It's the one and all. And Karibu. I'll try that with us. Karibu. Oh, wonderful. And that is a greeting in Swahili. I am Wangogo, which in Swahili means guide.
And true favorite stories is The Cub Who Would Be King.
Hey!
Professor, you have never heard this story, have you? Or perhaps you are not alone.
Oh, Chesa! Like this is a tale that has been shared countless times, and each time someone tells it, it changes just a little, like adding your own bit of spice to the recipe.
It is our hope that when you leave here today, you take it with you and share it with others. And of course, feel free to add your own dash of spice. Of course, there were many kings who came before him, including his own father, Mufasa, his most mighty ruler.
However, there were others in the family who thought they should be king, like Simba's uncle Scar. Oh, Scar was ruthless. Oh, as we say in Swahili.
Or, as they say in Lion.
But as we all know, sometimes our own family members don't quite see things the same way.
As Simba would soon learn.
I'm gonna be a mighty king, and a beast beware.
Well, I've never seen a king of beasts with quite so little hair.
I'm gonna be the maniac, like no king was before. I'm looking up, I'm looking down, I'm working on my own.
For the cool of the century, be prepared for the murky sky. But since you live by me, tenacity fire, the gate of beguile is simply why I'll be king undisputed, restricted, saluted, and suited for the wanderer I am. My dreams and ambitions.
So this is the roasted prime rib of beef with a cheddar cheese loaded baked potato, black garlic broccolini, honey glazed carrots, and veal juice horseradish on top. So very excited to try this. But I'm gonna tell you what, Kayla ended up getting this chicken dish. It looks absolutely amazing.
on the journey towards destiny, our friends become our greatest allies.
Yes, we started as friends, but now we consider ourselves family.
Like Simba and his relationship with his friends, Timon and Pumbaa.
Ooh, they taught him to enjoy a healthy diet of bugs, grubs, and worms. But our boy is not community tonight. They lifted him up and showed him the bright side of life. And Professor, they also taught him these two words.
Hakuna Matata! Hakuna Matata! Ain't no passing grade. Ain't no worry for the rest of your days. It's our free philosophy. Hakuna Matata!
So it's going to be like that, huh?
Yes, it is.
Well, listen up. Everyone from this pillar all the way over here, I want you to sing along with me. It goes like this.
Alright, that means everyone here, all the way back, you are on my side, and we will say Hakuna Matata. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata. Yay! For the rest of the day, it's all about free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. Can I trust in my own heart, or am I even though tomorrow all with us become one, your journey has only begun. Here's a pain, here's a joy, one thing nothing can destroy. Is our guiding inside, we are one.
Also, another thing they do offer is that you can get a mocktail / kids menu thing. And you can actually get 1 of 2 sippers. You can either get a Timon sipper, which was in the parks, or you can get this hyena sipper that we actually got for our friend Nalani. But what's actually really cool is that normally they say Disney parks on them, but they actually finally got Disney Cruise Line like straps to put on them now.
And found the strength to pursue his destiny to be king. He was joined by his good friend Nala. These two brave cubs had grown up together. As time went on, they were touched by the spark of love.
There's warm surrender, the rush of day, where the heat of the world can be turned away.
And that moment, it's enough for this glorious destiny with you. scarf and reclaimed his throne, fulfilling his destiny as a rightful king.
He and Nala created your own family and restored balance to the kingdom. All of you who are gathered together, remember all nations cherish the bond of family. The lessons they share, the stories they pass down. Remember it, and they live you. And the spirit of life calling.
Okay, major benefit now is that the shop is fairly empty. However, I'm not going to show you guys stuff until tomorrow. So if you want to check out all the different merch they have to offer on the Disney Destiny, you guys are going to come back tomorrow to check out our day at sea, because this video is already way too long and I'm going to be spending hours editing this video, especially after that. And then I'm going to go over just that show, that amazing dinner in a minute, because I want to just talk through every bit of it. All right, let's have a honest conversation about Pride Land, the Feast of the Lion King. It was essentially having a dinner while watching Festival of the Lion King, but maybe even better. So first off, let's talk about the food. Food was absolutely amazing. The chicken skewer, probably could have just had that as a meal by itself. It was so good, and the red sauce that came with it really kind of had a little bit of a spice to it, but it wasn't horribly spicy that it was awful. Then the main dinner. So I had the prime rib, and I think the prime rib actually was really good. Surprisingly, all of, like I said, everything. Definitely enjoyed Kayla's chicken. Didn't try the rice or anything, but again, I did not eat very much of that stuff. But then dessert, my sundae was just as good as you think, with cookies and cream. But yeah, no, that was a very good, just food-wise. But when I tell you, the show itself was amazing, astonishing, all of the above, everything you could think of. And the fact that they not only did Lion King, the original, then they did Lion King 2, then they did an original song that's just for the ship And then they did 2 Broadway shows, Shadowlands and He Lives in You. The second Shadowlands came on, I was blown away, and I was already amazed. So the real question is going to come down to, what do I like more? Do I like this more, or do I like Coco more? And I'm gonna have to sit on that a little bit. That'll be in our video about our Disney Dream, or Disney Destiny versus the Disney Treasure, and which one do we like more. So we'll definitely get into that more down the line. But just doing our normal routine of coming down, getting all the waters filled up, taking some pictures as I wander this beautiful ship. All right, let's go ahead and end this very long and wonderful day where we started this morning, right here on our veranda, overlooking the ocean now, and not Castaway Cay. So today was an amazing day, but also a very, long day at it as well. Today was our one and only port of call stop in Castaway Cay. Did spend a couple hours on the island, was able to show you guys some things, had lunch out there, didn't do the swimming or the slides or even snorkeling like I wanted to. It's okay, we will be back, so it is okay. But we got to have breakfast down at 1923 this morning, got to go around, did some trivia, then went back to the island, or went onto the island, hung out for a little while just out there. Then, as you saw, we made the long walk back there, got some great photos from the day. If I haven't shown some of those photos that I've taken, I hope I show some now, because this ship deserved every bit of it. Plus, it's going to be one of the only times that we see it outside of being at Port Canaveral. But then we came back, took a very small break, and then hit it hard for the rest of the evening. Starting out with doing, exploring the ship a little bit more. Then got to go see Frozen, got to go see Frozen, the musical. It was absolutely wonderful. It was amazing. All the performers were absolutely amazing. I love the Olaf. He was so great and so wonderful. And then having dinner at Pride Land, or then doing the Villains Game Night show, which was so much fun. I love how much they banter, and they are so wonderful. I considered being a participant in it, but I decided against it last minute. So, and then to finish off this wonderful and long day, we ended our night at Pride Lands, the Feast of a Lion King. And honestly, I'm having a hard time deciding if I like this or Coco better, because the food and the show were equally just as good for both. So we will discuss that more once I have time to digest. Go back and watch some of my footage from the Treasure. But as you can see now, it is 10:30 at night. I have done over 22,000 steps today. I have walked all around this ship, walked all around Castaway Cay. And tomorrow, it is a day at sea, which means sleeping in a little bit, getting some breakfast, looks like, from Marceline Market, getting lunch somewhere on the ship, and just spending time enjoying this brand new, enjoying the brand new Disney Destiny. So, if you guys are enjoying our cruise adventures aboard the Disney Destiny, leave in the comments what are some things you've enjoyed so far, and also let me know, are you guys going on the Disney Destiny, and what are you looking forward to the most? So, with all that though, as you see, it is pitch black out for right now. I am extremely exhausted. I'm very tired. I need some rest. So we're gonna go ahead and head on off to bed, get some sweet sleep as we get rocked to bed by the ship. So with all that being said though, as we do head up from a wonderful and long day aboard the brand new and beautiful Disney Destiny, we'll see you guys tomorrow for a full day at sea. So good morning, adventurers, and welcome back to day 2 aboard the beautiful Disney Destiny, the newest cruise ship in the cruise line for the Disney Cruise Line. Today is a day at sea, which means, as it sounds, we are going to be floating out everywhere and not stopping at a port today. So today's going to be all about hanging around the ship, checking out things to see. The big thing is dinner is really the only thing on the agenda for today. Today is a very relaxing day. Today's the day we may go up. We're gonna go up to Mickey's and Mainsails once it opens. And we're going to check out everything they have to offer. And the same thing downstairs at the other gift shops as well. And Dory's Forget-Me-Nots. So we will be checking out all the merchandise that is available on the Disney Destiny, including a lot of the inaugural sailing stuff, which will be available for the first part of the year that it is available. So, but besides that, it's going to be relaxing. It's going to hang out. So if you haven't done so, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and welcome back aboard the beautiful Disney Destiny for the Disney Cruise Line. And my plan right now is I'm going to head on up to Marceline Market, aka the buffet, to go check out what they have to offer for breakfast. I'm not horribly hungry, and we just got our stuff delivered to the room like we did yesterday, which is the same stuff we got yesterday. That's why I didn't show it. But I'm gonna go up there, check it out, and also to see what does their Marceline Market look like in comparison to the Treasure. So here is Marceline Market, and like I said, this is the buffet area. So it is cabanas on the first 4 ships, but on this new Wish class, it is Marceline Market. And I do love this design a little bit more. I kind of like the ambiance of Marceline Market. Tomorrow's gonna be great to come up here for breakfast though, because tomorrow they should have churro waffles. But as you can see, I love the cooking with character. You got Snow White, Remy, Belle, Walt, and Mickey. I love it. But as usual, when you come in, you gotta wash your hands. So let's wash our hands. So as soon as you walk into Marceline Market, they do have an area where you can come up and get some coffee and all that good stuff. They did say that there is 4 cafes. This one here in Marceline Market. Then you got one down on deck 4, which is Cafe Megara. And then you have Cafe Merida on 5, and then the Cove Cafe on deck 13 in the aft. But so we're just gonna take a little look at everything to see, good morning, and see what they've got to offer for breakfast-wise. Don't think we'll get anything quite yet. Wait till Kayla is up, but I wanted to get a little head start of what they have. So as usual, just some bacon, it's crispy bacon, sausage, eggs. They have quiche, hash browns. Those hash browns are really good. Grilled tomatoes. They have some smoked salmon. They have some eggs Benedict down here at the end. And then you have the signature choice area. So you got some egg fried rice, you got risco, you got some pork sausage, more bacon, all sorts of the same stuff we have. Then it's the kids counter is where you're gonna see probably the most popular stuff. Because here at the kids counter, you have Mickey waffles, you have pancakes, you have syrup. That's what you're gonna get here. So the good stuff in reality. And then you continue on down to the Market Deli. This is where you have like cream of wheat, you got oatmeal, you got toppings, you got some cereal, which actually is kind of funny. They actually have it they don't have it in little boxes like they usually do. Then you have yogurt, and you can actually top your yogurt with any sort of toppings you like. You also can come over here and get some bagels, toast, English muffins, all sorts of jams, jellies, and butters. Then you have your pantry's favorite, which you have some cheeses, sliced tomatoes, some hard salami, some more yogurt and everything. Got some rolls, pastries, croissants, and I think once you get to the back, this is where you can actually do the omelet station. And then here in the back, so some more, they got some cinnamon, some French toast, some crispy bacon, more hash browns, lots of fruit. More fruit, more stuff. There's some fried eggs. And then you actually come here to fill out your omelet. So you can actually come out and actually fill out what omelet you like. And then once you get to the other side, all the same stuff. So that's kind of the nice thing is both sides, there's 2 sides to Marceline Market, and you can actually have the same stuff on either side. So I'm genuinely not surprised. I went back up to the room, or down to the room, to check on Kayla to see if she was up. She is not. And not surprised by that one bit, because yesterday was a very long and great day. I went back and was looking at all the footage, and I still can't get over our the Lion King dinner. The show was amazing, the food was amazing. It was so good. I'm having a hard time still debating if I like that better than Coco, or do I like Coco better. Coco so far has kind of got the upper hand because the food was a little bit better, but the show was so good. I just couldn't help it. So I'm gonna head back up to Marceline Market. I'm gonna go ahead and eat, and then I wanna explore. Today is also Pirate Night. I forgot that we did have a Pirate Night on this trip, and it is tonight. Now that means there is going to be a couple different shows. There's going to be How to Become a Pirate with Mickey and Friends, and then there is the nighttime show where they'll actually shoot off fireworks. It'll be the first time that Destiny has shot off fireworks since its before debut. So it'd be kind of cool to check that out. I'm not 100% sure if we'll do any of that. We're not big into the Pirate Night stuff. It's nothing against Pirate Night. It's not our favorite thing in the world, but Also, I do want to go up to the Hero Zone at some point today because today they're going to have the incredible Hero course up again. So the giant inflatable obstacle course will be up. So we want to check that out. And trivia, activities, and everything like that. That's what today's going to entail. So I do also want to go up and ride the Aqua Mouse today because it looks like it is running already and it looks like it may be running all stinking day today. But I am kind of curious to see what pools will be open today. It's kind of maybe they would open the Mickey pool today since of that, but they do have the stage show going on, but I know it'll take them long to do that. But yeah, for sure, I have to do the Aqua Mouse because they have a new scene on it that is actually with Trinabog, and I'm very excited about that. Right now it is currently Raya the Last Dragon playing on the Funnel Vision today. So I'm curious to see how busy like the ship is overall. Are people just going to be relaxing today? Because you have 2 full days of this where we're going to be out at sea, staring at the ocean, kind of like what we are now. And I kind of like it because we're just kind of leisurely going, and it's not like we're trying to get to another port like we were yesterday or the day before when we were trying to get to Castaway Key. Took a little change on plans. In fact, I think we're actually going to 1923 to go have breakfast this morning. And I told Kayla, she's like, what are you doing? I go, well, I was up on the upper deck about to go get breakfast. I said, unless you want to have breakfast, because then I would like to have breakfast with you. So she's heading down now. She just woke up, and she's still going to be kind of moving slowly and a little groggy because it's early in the morning for her still. So I like where we're sitting. We're sitting actually right down the way from where they have, right next to where they had that Meet the Robinsons. You can see Lewis, kind of concept art, Lewis and the robot, the mind, the memory maker, the bowler hat, Dolores, and Ventco. And then there's some Monsters Inc. stuff over there with Sully, some concept arts of Sully and Boo, different concepts of different monsters and everything. I really love 1923 because of this. So another breakfast at 1923, and again, back to the Eggs Benedict. I thought I was gonna get something different, but I forgot how much I really enjoyed the Eggs Benedict on the ship, especially here at 1923 for breakfast. We'll stop at Dory's Forget-Me-Nots, which is here on deck 11, and look at some of the merchandise they've got. Kayla, look, you ready?
I know. I saw them. They had them on the Dream.
Squishy. So they got a So they got a baseball jersey for the Disney Cruise Line. It says Captain Mickey on it for $98. The only thing I don't like about it is the front looks really good, but the back is not quite as embroidered. It's more printed. And then there's another version of it, and it's Minnie. It says Disney Cruise Line in red. It's Captain Minnie in '98 as well. They got some pretty interesting shirts in here. They've got Vacation Mode with Edna on the Disney Destiny. Disney Destiny, the most incredible vacation. They've got Spider-Man, Black Panther, Hades, and Hercules one. Got a couple of inaugural sailing shirts as well. They got the Minnie Mouse one, which this one's already been picked over very heavily. Then they've got the Mickey one. This is inaugural sailing on it. This is only limited one per guest, item per guest. And they do have a Lion King one. I thought Kayla would want to get this, but she's not a real big fan of it. So, nothing on the back. Ooh, that's kind of exciting. Looks like they're getting the Mickey Mouse pool to get opened up this morning. So it's the one right here at the very bottom underneath the Funnel Vision. One of my favorite memories is from the Treasure was us coming out one night when everyone else went to see Moana and sitting underneath the Funnel Vision watching The Incredibles 2 in that pool. It's like one of my favorite memories, honestly, on any cruise line. So we came up to Dock 12 because this is where the Hero Zone is. And so the Hero Zone is essentially the replacement to Goofy's like sports, but it's also indoors, and they will sometimes have basketball goals. But right now what they've got going on right now is the Incredicourse course. And the Incredicourse course is a highly interactive, incredible obstacle course full of physical challenges. Go one-on-one with a friend or a member of your family, like the Incredibles Family Zone, and the Good Friends Friend Zone. No capes are required. And I do remember this from when we were on it on the Treasure. And it goes on for about 3.5 hours. So it's actually really cool. But you can see they do have basketball goals. They do have a big TV that they can play sports or anything going on up there. I think we'll go back a little bit later because the line was at the door, all the way wrapped up and around to where the entrance to it was. But we do want to go check in the Vibe because they do have open house right now. So this is just the Vibe. So it's a lot of different things they've got. They've got video games, TVs, places, It's where the teenagers can come up and hang out in. They have charging cables and stuff for phones. All sorts of different things going on in here. So pretty cool little area. You can see they've got 5 areas for different types of video games. They have stuff from like PlayStation to Nintendo to any of that, all that stuff that you can think of. And despite the fact that it is only like 11:15, I'm back to room for a nap. I am feeling the effects from yesterday, and I'm also just very tired. I was kind of sitting out there while we were eating breakfast and started realizing my eyes were getting heavy, and I was like, I'm gonna go take a nap, and then when I get up, then it'll be time for us to probably have lunch at 1923 again. And then this evening we've got a lot of stuff planned. Like I want to go do the Aqua Mouse a couple times. I want to do, there's quite a few trivia stuff to do as well. So I just want to check all of that stuff out. And then we want to do the Haunted Mansion parlor tonight as well. So still got quite a bit of stuff to do, but I need a nap if we're going to do all that. Well, interesting conundrum has happened while I was napping. Apparently we are making a medical emergency stop at Nassau. There's apparently someone on board, need to get off, they need to be taken over. So we are currently pulling into Nassau right now. I don't know if you can see there is land over that way. But I do want to go up to the top decks because I want to see what ships are in port, because I think we're the only Disney ship going to be there. And for a lot of people, and for everyone, this is the first time they see the brand new Disney Destiny. So interesting. We were going to have lunch in 1923. I don't think we're going to now. It sounds like they want to go do a craft at 1:45. We may go have like Donald's Cantina for a little bit of a lunch time frame, but we'll see. It looks like, yep, we got our pilot bringing us in now. I would like to point out I am being the stereotypical guy because as we're pulling in Nassau, I want to go to the top decks to see us pull in, to see the other ships that are there, because I'm curious if any of the new Royals are there, because I want to see Vicon, Wonder, any of those are there, because I've been really excited to check those out and see them in person for the first time. Also to see how big are we compared to other ships, because I still think this ship is as big as other cruise liners, considering though this is the biggest Disney ship for right now until the Adventure debuts. So it's kind of funny, like pulling in right now. Like I said, we are coming into Nassau purely because we do have a medical emergency on board, but it does look like there's a Carnival, there's an MSC, and then maybe a Holland America as well as we pull in. But like I said, we are literally only coming in just to, I think, drop off the person. But it is kind of funny actually being here, because it's the first time we've been back since July of 2023. And so I'm kind of excited to see what they've done, because they've been doing work, and now it's still not our favorite port, and like we actually have tried to actively avoid this port on itineraries, but the fact that it's kind of not even just part of our itinerary, we're just dropping someone off and then leaving, it's kind of exciting. So let's see, I think it's a Carnival. It's not one of the newer ones. And the fact that we're not even like the smallest ship this time either is also it's kind of nice. I think the Carnival's still bigger than us, but we'll see when we get next to it, because it'll give us the size difference. So based on what I'm looking at it, so there's the Carnival Dream, there's a Royal Caribbean down the way, cannot see what it was called, and then a Norwegian, and then this one right here, which I'm not 100% sure what ship this is, because it doesn't say it on the side. I thought it was like maybe like a Holland America, but I don't think it is. It's like probably like a super yacht or like a yacht style ship and everything, but the Carnival Dream's right across the way from it. As you can see, look at the faded yellow slides it has on it. It's one of their older ships. I thought it was one of the newer ones when we were pulling in, but it's not, because I was hoping to see like one like the Mardi Gras or the Carnival, or the other one they have, because they have the cool coaster that's on the very top deck. I was really impressed, because the last time we were here, none of this was here. They kind of really have made it into more of a touristy area, because when we came, this was all still under construction, and we walked up by where like Fat Tuesday is, just walked down that way, went into a couple of shops, didn't go too far. I think we got all the way down to Straw Market, but that was about it. And then we walked back because we were like, it's not for us. And plus they were like super strict that if you were caught without a mask on, you could be fined by police and the government here because you weren't wearing your mask, because that was back when we still had to wear masks. And then when we came the second time, we didn't get off the ship. I purely got off the ship just to take pictures of the ship, and that was purely it. So it's kind of weird being back. Again, I don't think we will actively try to come back unless there is any reason why we would need to come back, like through here, like if we were going to Lighthouse and Castaway. So I got a bowl from Donald's Cantina. I got cilantro rice with some pinto bean, lettuce, chicken. They didn't have any steak. They were working on it. Mexican cheese, sour cream, and then I put a hot sauce on the very top. So very much okay.
Of that beloved game of games, who's behind that there curtain? That's right, folks. Creeping behind that there curtain is a Disney pirate waiting to be revealed. Can you guess who it might be? The suspense in the air is as thick as Mr. Smee's nub. Guess correctly, and from behind that there curtain will appear a Disney pirate. Guess incorrectly though, and bum bum bum, it's the plank for you. Now, put your grubby hands together and make some noise for the host of today's
First spill on the
game.
carpet.
Oh no.
Ahoy there, members in the Grand Hall! How you be doing this here Pirates Night? If you're having a great time, let me hear you say hi! Now, I be Pirate Treasure Brandon, but you also can call me P.T. Brandon.
Does he have both hands?
He is in the movie Peter Pan, yes.
Does he have 2 hands?
He does have a hook.
Captain Hook.
He's cute.
Is that your final answer? All right, he's behind that there curtain, Captain Hook. I am the Captain Hook. Looking good, Captain. Did you polish that there hook? I can tell. But Lucas the Pirate's here was able to guess who you were. So, everybody give it up for Lucas the Pirate. I have a marvelous idea. It was a little hard for Lucas the Pirate to come up with the idea himself. So, do you think you could stand and help us guess who the next pirate is? Thank you. You are such a kind and benevolent captain.
I think my final answer is Kissimmee.
Mr. Smee? Yeah? Alright, pirate. Captain Hook. Let's see. Is our next pirate Mr. Smee? Oh, hi there, Mr. Smee. Very good to see ya. Captain Ira over here was able to determine who you are. Do you think he has your shoes? No? Okay, good. I answered correctly for that one. Give everyone in the Grand Hall. We're going to play Clues Behind the Curtain, where I will give you some clues, and you must guess who our final pirate be. So, the first clue is our final pirate has been pirating for over 50 years.
Oh, maybe it's not Jack Sparrow.
Now, when talking about his silhouette, you might say he has iconic, I like that word, iconic figure. In fact, he be all ears.
Oh.
He is definitely not lactose intolerant, as he does love cheese. And he be another captain.
Oh, it's a Fidel up there.
No, that's Chippendale up there. All right, who do you all think is behind that there curtain? Shout it out! All right, let's see if it's Pirates Captain Mickey himself. It's so good to have you with us here, Captain. So we've got Captain Hook, Captain Mickey, and Mr. Smee. Good job, everyone, helping determine who be behind that there curtain. Give it up for all of our contestants.
Well, after a very quick, unexpected pit stop, we are now pushed back and spinning around, and we'll be making our way out of Nassau and heading back out to some more time out at sea. Considering we still have all tomorrow out at sea. Kind of made a joke though about how we would not see land until we got back to Port Canaveral. Well, not so. There. Well, from we left Nassau to now, did a lot of sleeping, did a lot of resting. That's kind of really all we wanted to do. Like I said, we had lunch at the Festival Foods Festival, and my bowl was excellent. I loved it. I always loved Donald's Cantina. Kind of sad we only get to experience it one more day. Pizza, always amazing. And then we were able to ride the Aquamouse. Had a few things that I can't take my GoPro on the handle, it's gotta be on my wrist strap, so I need to remember that for tomorrow when we ride it. And then it also broke down right when we were getting ready to get on. And so there was that. So but we're now getting some drinks. You probably can get Sprite. Unless you want to go
ginger and ginger ale, Sprite.
Yeah. Well, I'll go to the other side and check it out. I'll text you if there's more. Yeah, I'm gonna check the other side. And then we ended up hanging out in the hot tub. We actually finally got to go into the Quiet Cove pool on the very after the ship, and man, was it cold. So now, right now, we're gonna go down. I think the plan is, we're actually gonna go down and maybe go hang out in the Haunted Mansion parlor for a little bit before it is time for dinner, because I love being Haunted Mansion. And I think they got a couple of the new sodas tonight as well. So we're gonna check those out. Let's take a little stop into Treasures Untold to check out some of the other merchandise they do have to offer. They do have these really cool 3/4 or quarter zip jackets that they were done by Nike last time. It looks like Disney has fully taken them in-house to do them. Got a pretty cool button down, which I wonder if that's Destiny, but then you have that cool Destiny shirt. It's actually a really cool shirt, actually. Then they've got some keychain holders, some magnets, a cup that's more designed to the Destiny. There's the button down that I'm intrigued with. I think it's the Destiny. I don't even know. I think it's just a cruise line shirt. Then they got a couple of Disney Destiny long sleeves. This is the Spirit jersey that they've got. This is the inaugural sailing Spirit jersey right here. $85 for that. They didn't have a Disney Destiny hat. It says inaugural sailing on it. It is $30 for that. They do have this inaugural sailing Disney Destiny cup. $30 for that. They have the cool Disney Destiny blanket. Probably my favorite game. How many times do I say Disney Destiny in one sentence? Cool. Long sleeve shirt, again, which has inaugural sailing on it. Then there's another more quilted pattern jacket as well. Then they have some generic Disney Cruise Line merchandise as well. Most of these shirts are going to be like $32. But then you have these cups. Then they got themselves some cool Disney Cruise Line. So they got the Loungefly. They got the ears. They got this towel that pretty much looks like this button down. That button down's actually super stinking cute. Don't need it, because I just bought a Spirit jersey. Then you got this long sleeve Disney Cruise Line jacket that Kayla's actually very interested in. And if she doesn't know it, I'm probably gonna get this for her for Christmas. Then they got a couple long sleeves ones as well, where it says, and then a couple of jackets, then a basic Disney Cruise Line Spirit jersey. And most of these Spirit jerseys are like $85. Nope, yeah, no tag on it, which is usually never a good sign. Oh, $80, should have known. Then they got these cool pillows as well. Kind of throw plaid manta. This nice zipper down. More of these basic Cruise Line mugs. You got yourself a notebook collection hat, and then shorts. A few more things as well, so pretty good selection. Oh, this pullover. It's actually really nice, but not for $70 in my personal opinion. And then if you want the whole family to match, there you go. You got yourself your dads, your two little girls, moms, sons, all that. Then if you turn behind us, you have more Disney Destiny inaugural sailing. You got this cup right here that it cost $20 for. And then you got this really cool snow globe. I'm not into snow globes, but I do like this quite a lot. Then you got a couple of voided candle holders and a couple of frames as well. Let's see, what else over here? Kind of a long sleeve, a running shirt that has just the cruise line toothpaste logo on it. You got a bucket hat, and then you got your Disney Destiny nozzle saying lounge flies. Let's see, what are you? $90. Makes sense, because when they have the bow and the ears, it's usually $90, and this is especially one because of being part of the inaugural sailing. Now it won't sit. A couple of shirts. I think this is one we saw up in Dory's Forget-Me-Nots. Let's see, $45 for that. Wow. Then a couple of lounge fly inaugural Disney Destiny ears. Usually these are gonna be like $35. And then a pretty cool Disney Destiny. It doesn't say inaugural, before I say that. Yep, inaugural sailing. So this is stuff that will be available pretty much the entire time. Like within the usually the first year that the ship is in service, they'll have the inaugural stuff. So that's how long the Wish stuff was. And I think the Treasure just stopped doing all their inaugural sailings. So that's kind of gives an idea that this stuff will be available for some time. Ooh, check out this Dooney and Burks. I feel like Dooney and Burks are something that really were hugely popular for a long period of time, and then they fell off. Mostly because $268 for that. Got the little purse right there as well. And that's only $226. Then you've got the wallet that goes with it. And that is going to be only $188. So you save money when you go just to a wallet. And then here are some more Dooney & Burks that are just cruise line based. So here you got your shoulder bag, your Dooney & Burke wallet, and your side pouch or your sling bag. And then this stuff over here is going to be all stuff related to Cast and Cannon and to Haunted Mansion Parlor, which I think we're going to go to next. So you got this cool button down for the Cast and Cannon, aka the Pirate Lounge. Got a snow globe down there. You can see, look, a pirate's life. And then a spot where you can actually put, that's a drink rack or a drink, like where you put your drink on to let it dry out. But it protects the glass from hitting the ground directly so then it doesn't shatter. Then they got a barware set that has different like spoons and measuring cups. You see it's right here. Pretty cool actually. And then they do have this pirate mug. And I think this pirate mug actually might be available at the Beacon Barrel. Then underneath you got a pirate glassware. It's got a little ship at the very bottom, but you see how it kind of sits so the drinks will go over it. And then they've got some photo frames, some bags, and then Haunted Mansion Parlor. You got the Haunted Mansion mirror that makes ghosts materialize. They got the Haunted Mansion mantle clock, lights up. You got yourself a little cup mug from it. You got the specialty little box. Ooh, cool. And then more Destiny stuff. If I remember tomorrow, I'll try to give you prices of everything. I just wanted to show you guys what there is available because I feel like when you see it, you're gonna want it no matter what the price is. So this is actually really cool, is that they do have Cruise Line Pandora charms. Right now they have the Disney Destiny ones right now. They got all sorts of different ones. They got Stitch as a Pirate, little cruise line. These are really cute actually. And then just your basic ones as well. So if you are a big Pandora charm bracelet, this is actually someone you're gonna wanna come to get that stuff. They do have more stuff over here as well. So always make sure you stop in and check it out. It's just like being at Pandora in the parks. And I think we will go up to Mickey's main sale to check out the stuff up there probably tomorrow because it's a lot of the same stuff, but there's more there. So there's more things that would be available than there is like right now down here at Treasures Untold. All right, now we went ahead and check out the Haunted Mansion Parlor. One of the coolest things on the Treasure. Ooh, wow. There are no seats. Okay. We'll definitely be back in here though later. In a little bit. We want to go check out DeVille's. And it says, how marvelous. Ooh, wow. This is actually really cool. So this also has the bar that is connected to the outside, but I wanted to check out the piano right here. This is super cool. Just super tiny though, unfortunately. It doesn't help that you are in between dining times, so that may be a big reason why it's busier right now, or like people who are waiting for the 8:15 dining like we are. So here's the menu for DeVille's. It's kind of a smallish menu. You can kind of see both on both sides, so I'll just kind of go down it slowly. Interesting. So a little confusion with that. So we were going to get something, but we thought it was because it was going to be Disney music hits or Disney hits with the Mystics, which is a band they have here. It's a jazz band, and it said they were going to be in the in DeVille. They're actually in the Sanctum, but at 7:30 they had piano music and martinis with Christina, and that's what it was. So this is the group we were hoping to see, and they play in the Sanctum. It's almost like a jazz group almost. So, but instead we're going to go up to deck 5 to the Triton Lounge to go fetch and see what that's all like. All right, into the Triton's Lounge, and this is truly just for like events and things that are going on, like any trivia or any sort of other things. So like this go fetch thing. This is what we're going to do next. Ooh, look at the lighting they've got going on right now in the atrium. Wow, this lighting is like a million times better than what was on the Treasure. I think it's designed that way for that reason. Also, I don't think the Treasure was like had the little indents. I think it was just straight across. I have to go back and look. We're actually comparing everything. Also, I'm going to tell you, if you're going to be going to do Go Fetch, be prepared to run. That was so much fun, but oh my gosh, that was hectic as heck. That was so wild. Also, I think that if you bring a picture of something on your phone, I don't think that should count. But I digress. It was still just fun, and it was running and hectic and chaos and everything. So that was wild. So this is really cool. I do love coming in here because they do have a mini version of the keel. And it talks about the legend of the keel coin. Placing a coin on the keelless ship at the beginning of its build is an age-old tradition which solicits good fortune for the vessel during its construction and throughout its seagoing life. And you can see they got the Minnie Mouse one. And you do have the Disney Destiny right there as well with the ship number, which was S706 at Meyerworth. Then they've got some pretty cool ornaments. They've got this glass ball ornament. They got the bronze statue for Black Panther, King T'Challa. You got the Mickey Mouse figurines. There's the snow globe again. The cup again. Oh, they even have it out. Look, there it is right there. It's really cute. Then they have the basic Disney Destiny Loungefly. This is probably going to be $90. Yep, $90 for that. And then all sorts of different ears. They got Haunted Mansion ears because Haunted Mansion Parlor. Got Cruise Line ears, Captain Minnie ears, some bows. They got the Disney Destiny Basic, like felt. The hat I ended up getting, the hat we showed you earlier. They have another little simple Disney Destiny hat with this. Kayla liked this more, but I like this because I like the lettering on it. A basic Disney Cruise Line hat. Another one with the toothpaste. Stitch for the little ones. And then if you need some new luggage, plenty of luggage to go around. And like I said, I usually used to get all of the ships, but like even this says Destiny, but it doesn't have the ship, even this is on the side, but we have the Wonder, we have the Treasure. So do I really need it? I don't. And that's why I'm not gonna get it and why I got the hat instead. Here are the normal ears, not the inaugural sailing one. So it's got Spider-Man, a Spider-Bots all around, and it's $37 for that. Another simple Disney Destiny that matches more of what the Spirit jersey is, because this is the normal Spirit jersey, so it's got Minnie Mouse. I kind of hate the fact they went away from the toothpaste logo quite a lot on the front of these, and on the back it just says Disney Destiny with Spider-Man. I don't think it even has Spider-Man on it. Oh yes it does, because it's got the Spider-Bots on it. and plenty of the inaugural sailing merch that we saw earlier. All everywhere. Like I said, got that. It's pretty much it. Is all the same stuff we saw. And then if you need some golf balls, here's like golf balls. And back into Pride Lands, the feast with the Lion King for our Pirate Night dinner. So there will be no show tonight. It is the same menu for everyone across all 3 dining rooms. And so this is the menu that we've seen quite the most because we've been on 6 Disney cruises. 6th time we've seen this menu. So here is the Pirates of the Caribbean menu for tonight. They have some bread service. They have Johnny cakes with mango dips. There are the different appetizers they have. I think I'm gonna get the crab cake. That's pretty much the thing I get every single time. But I think what I'm actually gonna do this go around is I'm actually gonna get I'm gonna get 2 different entrees. I want to get the Jack's Treasure of the Seas, but just because I don't like it, I think I'm gonna also get the King George's roasted privateer strip loin. And then they don't have a quote-unquote light option, but these are light options in it. And then the different desserts as well.
Bring your drinks already.
So this is the deep fried Calypso crab cake with Cajun remoulade, green onion, and lemon. And usually I would just have a couple bites of this. I just like it because it is deep fried. So here is the Jack's Treasure of the Seas. It's a grilled shrimp, seared scallops served with spinach, string of pasta, tomato provençal sauce, and black tomato pearls. The other thing I ended up getting was the King George's roasted privateer strip loin with thyme roasted potatoes, buttery, savoury cabbage, Yorkshire pudding, and a rosemary wine sauce. So this is the thing I've always wanted to get, but I never knew if it would actually be good or not. And then here is the Bananas in Paradise. It's a layered banana bread with a hazelnut fudge filled, served with a banana spice puree. As Kayla said, though, this is not her Grana's banana bread, but you know what? I still want to try it because I've been trying new things for once. All right, so Pirate Night dinner, as per usual, is actually a lot better this go around. Remember, I think the thing is I'm always really harsh on Pirate Night dinner. And I need to stop being that way about it because, so the crab cake was actually really, really good tonight. And it was really, I just didn't eat a lot of it. They were actually concerned that something was wrong with it because I didn't eat much. And I was just because I ordered 2 entrees. But I will say, the Jack of Treasure Seas, the pasta, that might be my new go-to during these cruises because I like the flavor a lot more. I like the shrimp in it. I like the scallops, and I don't really eat scallops or shrimp, to be honest. I'm not a fish person, and it just tasted better than the sirloin I got. The sirloin was just too fatty. It was not as cooked as I like it, and it just didn't have no salt on it, and it just was kind of bland in my opinion. So I definitely think and they recommend either the lamb chop or the pasta, and I see why because the pasta is really good. And our server, Rome, was able to actually go and he actually took it out of the shell for me. And I was just like, that's just wild that they do all that. So, but then the Bananas in Paradise dessert, that was good. Just not Kayla's Grana's banana bread. So I think it's just one of those things of kind of go out of your comfort zone. I like the fact you can order multiple entrees. And what's even funny was he even said, oh, we're running a little behind, we're sorry, your food's not there. And we were done with dinner today in 1 hour and 15 minutes. Last night took longer because of the show, but tonight it didn't take that long, and I was kind of shocked that he was apologizing for it. So, but tonight is fireworks. We are not going up there to watch it. We're just actually going to watch it from our veranda because even though they say we shouldn't watch it from the veranda because of the fallout, we're still going to do that. So we aren't going up to see the show, but we are going to see if we can see the fireworks, even though they say we're not supposed to do that. So we're going to see if we can see them.
You are not going to post for special.
Why?
Because we're on our veranda. all their variety. That's why we can't just go to the veranda behind us.
Technically, I was supposed to be out on the balcony to watch the fireworks, but I also didn't want to be up on the stage. So, but what's really cool is I think they're still up there. I'll go to deck 12 because it looks like we're right next to the Disney Dream, which I don't know where they're heading. Maybe the Cozumel. I don't know. What's today? Friday? Today's Thursday. I think they left Lauderdale today. Maybe. I don't know. Kind of cool. So I'm gonna go up there. I got my binoculars, and I gotta fill up water. So. Got a little bit of things to do before I go to bed. So it's kind of hard to see it, but if you look out there, that little dot out there, that's the Disney Dream. And it looks like they turned. Where are they heading off to now? Interesting. Or really, where are we heading off to? Because we got another day at sea, and we just passed Castaway. We're so close to the shoreline. Interesting. It looks like they've got a party going on as well. So I wonder if it's their party night as well. All right, just because it is going to be very quick, once I get back to the room, I'm going to pretty much fall asleep almost right away. So I'm going to go ahead and call it from our adventures aboard the beautiful brand new Disney Destiny, our third day aboard this ship. Still got one more full day left. This is the shortest cruise we've been on, and it's really weird being on a cruise this short because we're used to doing at least a minimum of 5 days. But overall, today was a much more chill day. As you saw, we really took it easy early in the morning, and we really didn't pick it up until later in the afternoon into the evening. Dinner, like I said, probably the weakest of it is this Pirates Night's dinner. Nothing against it, it's just the same on every ship and same at every dining room. It's consistent. So, just becomes my least favorite every time. It was still good tonight because I tried something different. And then also seeing the fireworks, still can't believe that is the first time this ship has shot off fireworks, and still as part of the only cruise line in the industry to shoot off fireworks. So overall, it was a fantastic day. Really excited to get some sleep. Tomorrow is our last full day, and it's another full day hanging out on the open ocean. So good morning, adventurers, and welcome to our last full day aboard the brand new Disney Destiny, the newest cruise ship in the Disney Cruise Line fleet. And as you just heard me say it is our last full day. Sad, which means tomorrow this time we will be getting off this beautiful ship, and it'll be the end of our vacation. But with that being said, that we still have one full day left. So today is another full day at sea. As you can see, open ocean for miles and miles to go. So today is going to be going around and doing stuff. So I need to head down because Kayla and her family are already down at 1923 for breakfast. So I'm heading down there now for breakfast. And today is also special because today they are doing the Hercules Broadway show. So we're going to be checking that out at 2 o'clock. I think also we're going to go to the Haunted Mansion parlor. Lots of things to do, lots of things to see. Just one more full day though aboard the ship. I'm going to point out I'm a little sweaty, a little hot. I just finished doing my entire ship tour, which I think you guys will have already seen before this day. I haven't decided where I'm going to post all that. But if you have any questions or want to see what this entire ship looks like, from lounges to bars to menus, you're gonna check that out because that's where I put all that. So once again, got myself the Eggs Benedict, like I always do. It seems like every time we get on 1923, I would always like to get something else, but this is always so good. Plus it's fresh and like the eggs are always cooked perfectly because you always want a nice poached egg. I do like the section we're in because they have all the incredible stuff, and I do love the Incredibles. The Encyclopedia of Heroes Syndrome. This is such a nice restaurant. The biggest thing is because it's just a pretty restaurant too. I love all the little history things as well. So we actually got to do the royal gathering this morning, and this morning it was Rapunzel, Tiana, Belle, and Moana. But Moana is in her Moana 2 outfit, which I actually like that outfit more than her original one. But you can see the kids club is open, and you could go down the slide if you were heading into the kids club. But we are looking at going up and I think doing Disney Park Trivia Level 1 in the Sanctum, which we have to pretty much know for sure we have to get 20 out of 20 to even have a chance at winning, because everyone's going to know everything about the parks. Getting all the outside quick service locations ready for lunch today. I definitely want to come back here. I want to get tacos later today because I got the bowl yesterday, and I really, really want tacos today from Donald's Cantina. But we came up here because we needed some caffeine and some sugar, so back to the drink station. And once again, it is time for some trivia, but this is going to be Disney Park Trivia Level 1, which other means we need to get every single one of them correct.
And then they're gonna have a breaker, I'm sure.
Yeah, so it's probably gonna be not like a multi-choice answer, so we gotta like know all of our facts. If we even miss one, we're not gonna win. So we decided to bail on Disney Park Trivia because if I can see it, see all the people standing? All those people are standing right now on the outside. Multiple people have the winner medallion, and there's just so many people. And it's not just Walt Disney World Trivia, it's also Disney California, it's all the Asian parks, and nothing is about, I don't know all of that, so we try. But Kayla also just really wants a nap because she is feeling the exhaustion level a little bit, and I want to go up to Donald's Cantina to get some tacos because I have been thinking about those tacos since I had the bowl yesterday. Bowl was good, but I really want the tacos. Yeah, there's a little bit of rain kind of just hanging out around us just a little bit this morning. I think it's supposed to be off and on the whole time we're out at sea today, so hopefully that doesn't take anything down. Hopefully it doesn't take anything down like the Aqua Mouse or anything, but I do know we're going to do the Aqua Mouse at least a couple times. And then do some swimming today as well. That's why we want to do Hercules at 2 o'clock. The only downside I really have found with our room is just how far of a walk it is from the room to the elevators, which is fine. Like, I'm not gonna complain that much because like our room is amazing. I wish there were more elevators. Like, I wish there was a midshift, front, forward, and aft like it is on the first floor. But I've kind of learned to accept it with this. But I also feel like these elevators move a lot more. I feel like there's more of these elevators, or it's the same number, but because it's spread between 2. But I do also know that like this is not quite a full sailing, even though it's like mostly full. I found the elevator situation not as horrible as when we were on the Treasure, so not sure if there's any rhyme or reason behind that, but I don't know. I'm just off to go wander and explore now because I'm bored and I'm awake and very wound up. So maybe I'll go up to deck 11 for a little bit. It was kind of funny. They gave us the noon update, and one of the new updates was that we were actually currently stopped right now. And they said they were actually doing some dynamic repositioning tests that they're doing. Since we are out at ocean and we're not needing to be anywhere, we're less than 200 nautical miles away from Canaveral, they said that they're taking advantage of the time now that we're stopped out here to do some testing. You see not many people are out here because it looks like it has been off and on raining. Ooh, it's raining a little bit right now. That's kind of funny. Oh, it looks like the Aquamouse is closed right now. But hopefully with us being able to do Hercules at 2, we can do the Aquamouse a little bit later as well. But yeah, better raining on a cruise ship than raining at work. Well, you can tell it is lunchtime and no one is in the pool or anything because all the lines for the quick service area are closed. Oh, you know what we should do? Let's go to Marceline Market. Let's go see what they've got for lunch to offer because I haven't been in there for lunch yet this trip. I'm kind of curious to see what they've got. So at the chef's counter, looks like they've got some lamb chops, sauteed green beans. They got a piece of chicken, carrots, some good stuff over there. There's like some breads and everything, antipastas. We got a bread service, some salads, like a house salad, chef's salads, grilled chicken salads. And they've got some sliced chicken tenders, we've got some grilled salmon, and then there, of course, their dessert section, all the way in the back over here. Oh, I feel like it's just right. Of course, they've got their shrimp, lobsters, snapper with tomatoes, some French fries, rice. They are nice and loaded up for the day. So there is some good options in Marceline Market. It is just very busy because everything did just open for lunch there. And like I said, because it is raining, not a lot of people are there and they have all the pools closed due to the rain. And I know they are also doing all the tests still with the repositioning and all that stuff. So that's just a big thing about it. They were talking about that it's just, there is options. Be patient right now this time of the day. You could order room service. But I have a sneaky suspicion that is just as big, that's taking just as long as it is just to stay up here and wait for food up here somewhere. Okay, getting a bowl might be the better option because I got so much rice. I got chicken and beef, lettuce, there's some beans in there, a bit of cheese, sour cream. This is much better. Like I said, I think it's just the corn tortillas. I'm not a big corn tortilla fan, so maybe that's what was getting me thrown off out the tacos earlier. Ooh, there's a little storm out here hanging out right away. See, they are trying to reposition. They're still doing their, looks like we're still doing our little test of how to remaneuver things, but wow, that's a hefty storm. I didn't even think that it's kind of surrounding us a little bit. Like I said, I think they've got a lot of stuff closed because there is some of this weather in the area, so I think they're just being mindful of it, but it's kind of interesting just being stopped in the middle of the ocean. And I will say, it is kind of interesting because I was going through the stairwell coming down from 11 to deck 5 right now, and I've been taking pictures of all of the artwork because some of the artwork here is super cool. So I'll try to put up as much of the artwork as possible because you have stuff from Star Wars to Marvel to Alice in Wonderland, Cusco, Emperor's New Groove, and all of that stuff, and it's a really cool thing. It's like there's so much artwork I can't even keep track of what I have and what I haven't taken pictures of, and we'll have to come back through and we'll have to readdress it. Definitely have to come back at some point. I'm going to go back on the ship again at some point because I feel like I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do on this trip, and so right now I'm just kind of heading down and seeing what the line situation looks like for Hercules. It doesn't start till 2. But I do know that it is extremely popular, and it's like the one big thing everyone is excited to do. So let's see what the line situation looks like. It is a very much a trivia happy kind of day because this is the trivia right now for Haunted Mansion. At least we're not trying to do it in the Haunted Mansion parlor, but this was like what it was earlier when we were trying to do theme park trivia. So it is the last day, so that's what a lot of people are kind of like thinking ahead of time about it, but man, crazy that is the level of crowds just for Haunted Mansion trivia. I mean, I like Haunted Mansion, I know Haunted Mansion, but what are they going to ask? Are they going to ask about the movies? Are they going to ask about the lore? What are they going to ask? That's what I want to know. We are in line to see Hercules, which, like I said, this is the one we wanted to see because this is the new show for this ship. So like Frozen was already on like the fantasy, but this is the new show. It's like Moana on the. It's like Moana when we were on the Treasure, and so currently it is 1:04 and I'm already in line because downstairs on deck 3 it is horribly busy down there already because a lot of people want to see this now, so let's worry about seeing it at 8:30, which is fine because we'll be at dinner at 8:30. And then during the 6 o'clock show, we can run and go do like swim. We can go do the Aqua Mouse and all that stuff. So just kind of really waiting outside of the Walt Disney Theater to go on in. All right, we have got our spots for Hercules. Won't be able to record any of it, but I'm going to tell you guys our reaction once we get done with it. Okay, that was amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was so fun. I love elements of it. I love the modernization of it. I love the way it was presented. I love the music. It was just amazing, and it was very, very powerful. The I Go the Distance is one of the most powerful Disney songs, and the guy who was playing Hercules just got it just perfectly. And then just Hades. The guy who played Hades was fantastic. And then we were joking about how much we love Pain and Panic. Their little antsiness, the way they were just doing things was so much fun. I'm so glad we went to that when we did, because it was so good. And the way they did the Hydra and the puppets, amazing, absolutely stunning. If you are going to be going on to the Destiny, that is a must-do show. Like, no questions asked. You have to do that show. If you do nothing else on the Broadway side and just that show, it would be amazing. You'd be blown away. I have a friend who is a huge Hercules fan, and they've been so excited about it because he wants to go on the ship and he wants to see this movie or see that show. And I'm going to go back and report pretty much it is everything that it needed to be. So again, they are doing the lighting system in here. Again, they're about to do something called Celebration of the King. So I wonder if it's something Lion King related at the 4:30. But right now, Kayla and her mom, Grana and her mom, are going around and dropping off their fish extenders now. So, but I kind of have a downside of everything is that I may have lost my hat. I have the new black Disney Destiny hat that you saw me wearing. I left it in the theater, and I completely forgot about it until we were all the way upstairs, and they already closed the theater, so I couldn't go back to go get it. And I'm concerned someone else may have picked it up, and they just kept it for themselves. I'm bummed by that now, so, because I'm not gonna buy another one. Just gonna have to accept that I lost that. So, oh well, it is what it is. It's about to be the saddest sight when you walk through these halls and there are suitcases being put out, waiting to be picked up because it is the last full night. Oh, there's a lot of carts. And I just know the hosts are getting ready to turn the ship around. But it's going to be even more apparent once the first dining is done and the second Hercules show lets out. More and more people will be putting their stuff out. Because like we're leaving one rolling bag for us, just so we have stuff to put in, like our toiletries, our stuff we wear tonight, just so that we have time for that. But we're heading on down. We're heading up to go take some pictures because me and Kayla haven't taken like hardly any pictures together on this trip. We're going down first.
Going to the guest rooms.
Oh yeah, guess if they have my hat by chance. Okay, I wanted to really show you guys some of these ornaments they have to offer here on the ship. Some of these ornaments are damn cute. Captain Mickey's kind of creepy. I don't know why. And then look, you have Captain Mickey and Captain Minnie But this one, I've never seen. This is so cute. It's a stateroom door with magnets and stuff on it. Okay, that's really cute. And then of course, then just the Disney Destiny. Really, honestly, I should have gotten like all my ship models in that size and didn't have to get the big ship models, but these are so cute. I just like the fact that last night there's not hardly anyone in the store. And it's also kind of cute. Like, I just love seeing this store all the way down. But yeah, see, like the new Spirit jerseys I'm not a fan of because they don't do the toothpaste logo. And I mean, it's not the design per se, but like, I'm not a fan of the gold. Like, that's the thing that's annoying about this shirt, is that it's got the gold and they really don't have anything else. So kind of had to get it because that's what I wanted. It's kind of one of the few things I actually really want every time is the Spirit jersey. Kayla still really wants that. I'm getting kind of their last little bit of time in the atrium. Still love the atriums on the Wish class. These are so stinking cool. Like I said, never saw anyone come out of there. When we came in on the Treasure, Aladdin and Jasmine were standing up there. But it is a very, very cute atrium. And I love the lighting effect they have. The lighting effect is probably my favorite thing about it. What makes me laugh as well, sorry, Trill one points out. So they have all the hero stuff. And on the side, on the arm sleeve, it's just says Disney Cruise Line. And they have more villain stuff. And this kind of looks like what they sell in the park, but again, all says Disney Cruise Line on the side. I mean, I'm glad it doesn't say Disney Destiny. Like the Disney Destiny stuff like on it, but I like, oh, the zipper one is cute. But see, it's only just these. It's also white. White is just one of the hardest things to keep clean. That's why I kind of like the black villain shirt more. Out of all of the ships, getting the picture with the toothpaste logo is probably one of the hardest things to do because of how tall this one sits. Like when you're on the Magic, you can actually pretty much sit on the exhaust pipes right here and get up to it. On the Dream, it's a little bit closer, but on these Wish class ships, kind of have to be really close to it, or you pretty much have to have something in the way at that point. So, but we are going to go down to see if we can check out Cask and Cannon, the Pirate Lounge. Since we haven't checked that out yet, that's actually one of the lounges we haven't seen. We've seen DeVille, and we've been in the Haunted Mansion parlor, which we're going to try to go to a little bit after dinner, and then into Cask and Cannons. So this is like the lounge in here. There's actually some decent amount of stuff in here to see. It's kind of like I said, more your sports tavern type space, but it's themed towards being on a pirate's ship. A little bit different than the one that we saw, on the Treasure, but as you can see, they have a lot of sports and stuff happening in here. So this is one of the things you're looking for. This is where you actually come and go. But yeah, pretty cool little space. They do have a lot of food options, and they do have a lot of drink options. Lots of rum. You know, makes sense because pirates. I always love the Haunted Mansion's like parlors and drink menu. So this is the Spirit Free. So they'll have 5 sodas at some point. Right now they don't have the berry or the butterscotch, but I'm pretty sure once the ship sails they will. But then they have the Restless Bones, the Midnight Spree. These are all Spirit Free. Like, this is a pretty big Spirit Free menu if you ask me. And then they have multiple different cocktails. Oh, perfect. Thank you. No, you're smaller. You're more.
On a table. It's time to respond. Send us a message from somewhere beyond. Goblins and ghoulies from last Halloween. Awaken the spirits.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Oh, that's
creepies and crawlies, toads in a pond. Let there be music from regions beyond.
It's till death. It's until death on the
story to this whole place. You know that, right?
Yeah. This is, I say, we've been on the Treasure, so we were on the Treasure one.
Expecting me. I'll see you all a little later.
Okay, the Restless Bones we had is actually very good. It literally tasted like eating caramel popcorn. And I am not upset with that one bit. they were talking about how they had next to nothing available for them. And they were like, we don't know why we didn't load up on everything, but they said that tomorrow when we're parked, they're gonna load up on everything, hopefully, because unfortunately the next one is a media cruise, so they have to have everything available, including those other 2 drinks that we were wondering. But luckily they had the mix for the Restless Bones, so that we can actually try that. And so, but if you go in there, make sure you go ask John how his day's doing, because he will tell you all about it. And then ask for a picture. Ask him to take a picture for you. You will not be disappointed in it. All right, last dinner of this cruise in the 1923, aka the Roy Disney side. Kind of sad. Okay, so here's the 1923 menu, and this menu has one of my favorite. Is the 4 cheese tricolor tortellini.
We don't need one actually. I'm really think like.
And then here are the entrees, which I think we're all getting filet mignon.
For the appetizer.
Hi, good evening.
Hello. So here is the Hyperion 4 cheese tricolor tortellini, Meyer lemon, artichoke, sun-dried tomato, and baby spinach. It's always like one of our favorites every time. I'm having this conversation about this little drawing, and why does Woody look like he has seen some things? But why is Buzz so relaxed? Like, what is happening here? But I do love all the little details they have. So like, here's Bullseye. Talk about the plastic, the felt, plastic. Also, why is Woody doing his best Flynn Rider of doing a smolder? Like, what is happening? Why is this the case? All right, so here's the 1923 filet mignon with potatoes, heirloom tomatoes, and bacon-wrapped green beans. The little sauce. This is so... This looks so good, and I'm very excited for this meal. This is the Hollywood Hills Hot Chocolate Fudge Sundae, vanilla ice cream, fudge brownie bites, fresh whipped cream, and a glazed cherry. And then we also got, so they originally had donut holes, but they said right now they're actually just mini churros right now with a caramel dipping sauce. So kind of bummed they didn't have the donut holes, but I'll take the ice cream, and we're splitting this.
30 minutes.
Well, they are starting to set up for the Discover Destinies, which is like the goodbye show that they have here on the ship. As much as I would like to see it, I don't want to deal with the crowds because that seems horrible. And even on the upper decks, don't want to deal with it. I swear yeah, follow. So we're doing one more game show / trivia, and it's called Heard That. I'm not sure what the full description is, but I am kind of excited to see.
Play little snippets, and you gotta guess what it is.
Oh, cool.
It's not necessarily Disney.
Oh, that makes it even harder.
For tonight, incredible, the amazing, show-stopping Naya!
Hello, Summer Lounge! Stop the music, or else I gotta dance. And I can't dance. No, I can't. Have you seen me dancing? Nano knows I'm not dancing. I can sing, right, Nana? My heart raced there. I saw she's going to hit the ad. I know. But listen, so good to have you on here. Did you all enjoy your cruise? You all want to stay on board?
Yeah.
Well, I have a tip. Don't use this tip. Then we all gonna get in trouble. I always think about this, and I was like, you know what? You can't clean all the restrooms at the same time.
No, I don't need a sip.
So when everyone's get up the ship tomorrow, you jump into a bathroom. And if they come in to clean, say, oh, excuse me, off to the next one. Until you feel the ship shaking, then pow, you're on another cruise. I'm like, hey, I saw you last cruise. Welcome back. Don't do that. Because then they're going to wake everyone up that's not working to come find you. Alright, I'm going to find you quick. Well, folks, welcome to Heard That! I love this screen. It's amazing. Now, in Heard That is simple. We are going to test your listening skills. Are you all good listeners?
Not
No.
Yeah, that was really shaky. Remember that? Yeah, well, sometimes. Well, we're going to test your listening skills with some sound bites or sound clips.
If you notice, we have two buttons here. They both make different sounds. Watch out, cops are coming.
Buzz Lightyear.
Stitch's Space Group. Alrighty. These are going to be the buttons because you're going to go head to head in a battle to get some song bites. Now the song bites can come from anything, from television themes, movie soundtracks, anything that has a song. You might hear pop, pop, pop. You don't know what that is? A chicken! Correct! That will give you a point. But when the people come up here head to head, or you yourself, audience, you're not allowed to shout out the answer, or else the points will be voided. Boo! I love when people boo. Boo! I'll take it. I still get paid. Now listen. Back. This is the final one. This is a good one. Name the movie this song is from. Don't shout it out, audience.
I know it. It's like the slow moving.
Okay. So here we go. The category will be Disney villains. Okay? So you gotta name one at a time. If you name something that's the other person that already named, forfeit. Lonnie, you get to choose how much bonus points to get for their teams. The power is in your hands.
You're so powerful.
You are! Alright, Disney villains. Taylor, you're gonna start. Come a little closer.
Maleficent.
Lotso.
Yzma.
Hades.
Kronk.
Cruella de
Hades.
You said Hades? So points for Team Yo-Yo! Now, on to round two. Just as before, hands behind your back. Now I want you to name the movie this song is from.
Thank you, Max. What? Oh, that marvelous section. I put a spell.
Oh.
Team winners.
I was gonna say Cruella de Vil.
Alright, listen, man. I feel like that was really easy. You wanna give it a shot? Okay.
Princess of the Frog.
Audience on the count of three. Tell them 1, 2, 3.
Hocus pocus!
Gamble, is that really necessary?
Well, we've reached the end of this story, so I thought we should go out on a high note. Gather round, folks. Come join us, friends.
Let's finish our story and see how it ends.
Sorry.
Travelers all on a journey at sea.
Who are seeking adventure and their destiny.
With help from their mystical
and lovable guides. They found heroes, they found villains.
And lots more besides. Who here found themselves inspired by a hero on this journey? But you know, to be a hero, you don't always have to save the world. Just make it a little better.
Now, who will admit to straying from the path a bit this week? Who had some fun with some villainy?
Yes, the path towards destiny is a winding one. There are always challenges along the way, but there are also opportunities to be inspired by great heroes.
To be tempted by wicked villains.
Go the distance and find your purpose. legend.
And for others, sometimes that story isn't that clear.
We delivered your message!
I ask you this. Hero, villain, good, evil. Is it always as clear as that? There is always something in between. And that is where mischief is found. Keep everyone guessing.
Oh, of course you did. Stories help us make sense of the world and our place in it. They connect us to one another.
They remind us who we are.
And who we are meant to be. But they don't define our destiny. Only you can do that. The destiny you search for was always within. Choose fate.
Or forge your own path and let your story begin. Friends, thank you all for inviting us to share your journey through these pages.
This chapter is coming to a close, but our story is far from over. We will meet again.
For now, this is goodbye from us and some very special friends you've met along your way.
So that was kind of a cool little send-off, considering it was more themed towards the Disney Destiny. But as you can see, all of the suitcases we saw earlier are officially gone, which means it's the first step into debarkation day, and I don't want to get off. Mostly just because there's only 4 nights for us, and this is the shortest cruise we've done ever. Usually do a minimum of 5 nights, but the final show was actually pretty cool because they kind of wrapped it up from when you do this sail away party, where they talk about this is the beginning of your chapter of your destiny, and the way you kind of close that chapter with this cruise. And so it was kind of a cool effect. Plus they had all the different characters. We were right next to where Cruella came out. Black Panther was across the way. Loki, the person who played Hercules in the Broadway show, all came out, and I think it was just a cool kind of experience to wrap up a really cool cruise. So, but we are noticing, you see all the green lights? Those are like the emergency walkway lights. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Maybe just testing, make sure they're all still working, because they are still actively working on the ship as it gets ready for the maiden voyage cruise on November 27th? 20th? It's November 20 something. So, but we're just testing everything out, make sure it all works for them. All right, and with that, it is going to call it from our last full day aboard the beautiful new Disney Destiny for the Disney Cruise Line, and it was a very slow and kind of take it with the flow kind of day today, and I will take those kind of days all the time. I just wish we had at least one more full day on this ship, at least one more. That's all I really want, because I feel like we just got into a rhythm, we just got ourselves caught up, we kind of know what to expect. But you know what? It just means, guess what? Gotta come back again. And on better news, my hat was found, so I don't have to worry about that. So I was getting real worried. I had some friends who were going on this ship in a couple weeks on another preview cruise, and I was gonna tell them, like, hey, can you buy me that hat? But I was gonna wait it out. I was like, me and Kayla literally went up there and I said, Kayla, let's just hold off. I said, it was my fault, I lost it. And guess what? It was returned and I have it back. So good, I'm happy about that. So, but overall, it was a very good day. The highlight of the day has to be seeing Hercules. That Hercules Broadway show was stunning. It was amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Dinner tonight, fantastic. The tri-colored tortellini, so good. And that filet mignon was cooked perfectly. Probably should ask a little more sauce that they had on it. I only asked for a little bit. Maybe she could have used a little more sauce, but that's only because I asked for less sauce. And the dessert was good. I didn't eat all of it, but I was also very full by that point. It was just a lot of good food on this trip. I do think that World of Marvel was actually the least favorite, then Pirates, Lion King, and then 1923. So, but unfortunately, all good things must come to an end at times, and this is one of them. And as they said in the atrium, this is the end of our chapter of our destiny. Doesn't mean it's the end of our book, but it is the end of this chapter. We will be back on this ship at some point, hopefully not too long from now. Hopefully it doesn't go 5 years between times we're on this ship to then, because then too much is going to be changed, because by that point it'll be heading back to Europe to get dry dock, because they'd send these ships out to get dry docked once every 5 years. So, but overall, it has been a wonderful, wonderful time on this trip. From the trivia to the cast members, and I really feel bad for these cast members because they really did have a hard time, because they said not a lot of stuff was put on this ship in time for this cruise, which is okay because really didn't notice it outside of a couple things here and there, like at the Haunted Mansion Lounge. We wanted the butterscotch soda, and they didn't have those because they weren't loaded. But you know what? Still was amazing. Will not second guess it. Had such a great time. But we still have to get off the ship tomorrow morning. So, but I do need some sleep. I do need to get some rest. Got to finish packing up some things. But we'll see you guys in the morning though, because we're going to go through debarkation day aboard a Disney cruise out of Port Canaveral. So make sure you do stick around that. So with all that being said though, as I do head off to get one last good sleep from the Disney Destiny, we'll see you guys tomorrow. So good morning, adventurers, and welcome back to Port Canaveral. Means one thing: our cruise is officially over for this go around. Yes, we are back after 4 wonderful days aboard the brand new Disney Destiny cruise ship. We've officially made it back to Port Canaveral to be offloaded and to head home back to reality. Cruise still not quite fully over yet, because we still have to get everything packed up. We have to go to breakfast, and then we'll be heading off, and we'll give you kind of our experience just like we always do. However, though, we are currently in port. Another Disney cruise ship, and it's one of the ones that we've been on, and it's the one I'm wearing the jersey for. It's a treasure. So let's go ahead and head up to the top deck and everything else. So if you haven't done so, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, leave a like, and welcome to the saddest day of a Disney cruise. Now, what I will tell you is that they are not immediately turning around and reloading the ship with guests. This cruise ship is actually getting loaded up for some things, and then they are going to be repositioning down to Fort Lauderdale. Because, you guys will know this by now, they are christening the ship on November 11th. The ship has not been officially publicly christened. They usually have to do something minor just so that when people are on board, there's no bad luck in maritime law or maritime tradition. But they are heading from here. They will head down to Lauderdale, and that's where it will call home for at least the next couple of years. So that's a big thing that's going on today. So just got to do a quick position. So even though like our stateroom hosts and attendants, they're going to get the rooms turned around, they don't have to rush as quickly. And for a lot of them who are training, this is a great opportunity to practice turning the ship around, because some people are going to be staying on the ship. Some of the workers, imagine yourself, will be staying, but they are not loading up like they did for this cruise with 3,400 people. So if you are going to be doing express walk-off, so you're not going to be waiting for you are going to take all your luggage with you and not wait for the little characters that you are given on your luggage check. Marceline Market is open starting at 6:30, and you can get up here, and then when the ship is then cleared at 7, you can then leave. However, we're doing the thing where we're going to stay on the ship as long as they will allow us to stay. So that means we're going to eat breakfast at 1923 this morning at 8 a.m. And then we're going to take our sweet time getting off the ship, because we don't want to leave, and we are not ready to leave. This is such a short cruise, and I really kind of wish it was a little bit longer. Ooh, you can tell, maybe it just rained this morning. We also docked this morning at like 4 a.m. And so I actually woke up to us docking this morning, and it was kind of weird how early we were here. But again, we were not at a port yesterday, and we are slowly moving our way back into the area. So, but I do want to go up because, like I said, we are sitting right next to the Disney Treasure, aka the ship we went on last year, and we're hoping to go on maybe in May. But look who's standing right there. Good morning, Disney Treasure. Man, I have not been, we were on that ship last November, and I have been dreaming about going back on that ship again. I've been dreaming about going on that 7-night sailing again. But as you can see, they are currently sitting at the actual Disney Cruise Line terminal. So Disney uses Terminal 8 and Terminal 10, and especially right now with the Magic, Treasure, and Wish all going out of this port. So the Treasure took priority because they are loading up guests when we get off, like when they get their guest off. The Destiny is not loading anyone up, and then we'll be sending off pretty much empty. This ship leaves. So, but it is kind of cool to see kind of what it looks like from a distance, and probably what it looks like when we pulled back in to Canaveral after our vacation last year. So officially, the Destiny has met both of her other sisters. When she first pulled into Canaveral on Monday, she met the Disney Wish. So now, today, she is meeting the Disney Treasure. And it's the only time she'll meet her sisters unless they are at port together for the foreseeable future. Because right now, I thought they were going to just have all 3 of these ships, like this Wish class, going in and out of Canaveral, and they were going to move the Fantasy, Dream, and Magic down to Canaveral, to Fort Lauderdale. But they officially did say that this ship will more likely be in Lauderdale for the foreseeable future. Because right now, all the way up to 2027, she is still going in and out of Lauderdale. So if you want to go on this cruise, on this ship, you'll have to take the about 2.5-hour drive from Orlando down to Lauderdale to be able to go on this ship. Now, this ship has a lot more different sailings, has all the way from 4 to 7-night sailings. And so this one has a lot more flexibility. The Wish only does 3 and 4 night, and right now the Treasure does 7 and occasionally a 6 night, depending on what's going on. So that is what those cruise ships are going to be doing from this time. So, but it's kind of fun because then there are other, so you've got the Carnival of Freedom is currently parking right now, and you've got the Adventure of the Sea, which is ironic because Disney now has an adventure, a Disney Adventure cruise ship coming soon. So, but you guys may have heard me say express walk off or express check off. So that just purely means is that you do not wait. So on the last day of your cruise, last full day of your cruise, you are given a character on a luggage tag. You put that on your stuff, on your luggage that you would like to have taken off for you, and you put that out. If you choose not to do that, what you do then is you take all of your luggage, you go to Marsley Market, have breakfast if you want to have breakfast, which why wouldn't you want to have at least one more breakfast where someone else is making your food for you, you don't have to pay for it. And then once the ship is cleared at 7, you can walk right off the ship. And so for a lot of people, that is what they prefer to do, because if you've got flights you've got to catch, or you've got other things going on, that's their prerogative. That's what they need to do. For us, because we are only an hour away from home, we are going to be staying on the ship as long as possible. We do have to drop Kayla's grandparents off at, hey, look at that view. That's a great view. We do have to drop Kayla's grandma and her mom off at the airport, which is only 40 minutes away from Port Canaveral. So that is a kind of an idea if you're interested to know that if you're only 45 minutes from Port Canaveral, if you fly in. Now, then you have what we're doing, where it's the normal check off, where you wait for your character to be called, and then you can walk off the ship from there. So that is kind of how that's how embarkation day works. And then down in the terminal, they have all of our bags sitting in front of the character that we have. Now, we're not going to be going through the fancy terminal in Canaveral, but I'm sure it's just as good because the fact that Disney has to use both of these terminals. So that is kind of how it looks. I'm not ready to get off because it was such a short trip, but I'm very happy to be on the ship another ship once again. And I hope maybe we'll be going on another one. We were already talking about trying to go on the Wish, because then we would have all 3 classes of ships, or 3 ships in this class, and we would have that taken care of. So, but just taking in some last things. I think we're gonna head down to the lobby so you guys can see what that space looks like right now as people are starting to make their way off the ship. Ooh, here's an even better view of the Disney treasure. Wow. Which is funny because we're literally on the same exact ship size and everything as the treasure, but it still just blows my mind how large this ship is. Whew, dang. She's going to be preparing to get off to go on to another 7-night voyage. I wonder which itinerary she's on this today. You know, it's funny, I can actually look it up now because we're back at port. I can actually use my phone. But wow, she is gorgeous. And look at Adventure Mini there on the very front of her bow. Oh, these ships are beautiful. But see, they've got it all set up. So here's the thing, it's pretty nice. As you can see, everyone is already setting up to leave on deck 4. People want to, as soon as we get cleared by local customs and stuff. But again, I just want to take some looks because it is such a gorgeous ship. Well, it's pretty funny also, the way they've got it set up as well is that you can go come up the grand staircase and everything up and down. One, I love the lighting underneath. I have been very obsessed with the lighting. I got to go back and look at the treasure if it had the same lighting system. But you can see once you get down there, they then make it to go up around to the area where you get off the ship. And so it gets a little bit crazy. And I think around 7 o'clock, so in about 7 minutes, we should be cleared by local authorities to get off the ship. Now, what I'm hoping is that means that our breakfast shouldn't be as busy. So, but I didn't take enough pictures of everything. I didn't get enough pictures of stuff. Because you know why? It just means I need to come back and check everything out again. Will you be visiting this absolutely gorgeous ship? When will you be sailing? How many nights are you going? And where are you most looking forward to? Because I do have a full ship tour for you guys. So if you are coming on the ship, you can then find out where everything is. And you don't have to worry about trying to make your way around. Plus what's nice is with the Navigator app, I learned many things about the Navigator app on this trip. One, it went through a major update. Secondly, if you get your stateroom, if you're on a guaranteed stateroom, you'll get that pretty early. I say early, I mean like probably about a week before the cruise. But once you know it, immediately go into the Navigator app because you can look at the deck plan and just look where it is. How far away are you from the elevators? How far away are you from everything? What's the closest thing to you? So you can start getting your bearings kind of early on. Then come back to my video and use that as a way to see around the ship. Like how far away are you from like Saga, the Neverland Cinema, the Walt Disney Theater, stuff like that. Also, I learned that because like we don't purchase Wi-Fi when we're on the ship because we want to disconnect from the world. As Carly says, we want to disconnect with that world and reconnect with each other. You can actually watch your stateroom stuff. You can start watching your stateroom TV on the app. Now, I think that's always been the case, or maybe something I just now found out, but I loved it because there were times where we'd be sitting somewhere and I'd be like, oh, I wonder where we are, or like, I wanted to watch something, or like when we go to bed, I usually have to listen to something to help me sleep. And I was able to do that because multiple times we saw another Disney cruise ship out in the middle of the ocean, and I was able to pull it up, and I was like, oh, look, it's the Dream, because their longitude and latitude is similar to ours. And so I definitely say you gotta make sure you check that out. Make sure you have the Navigator app before you ever get on this ship. And I'll have a whole Disney cruise like video about what to expect, how do you prepare for your first Disney cruise, and things like that, just so that then you don't have to worry about figuring out what you need, because it's a lot to keep track of for trying to, when you go on your first Disney cruise. There's a lot of things to do, a lot of things to remember, and I will help you with that. So that will be a video coming down the road. A lot of cruise content coming for you guys anyway, so just be mindful of that. Guest services will be open up till when pretty much guest service stays open the entire time the ship. Doesn't matter when it's open, when it's closed. One thing we do need to return, so we do need to return a heating pad that we borrowed, because you can actually rent a heating pad. So Kayla's been having a lot of back issues and stuff, and so she's been using a heating pad to help sleep. And so she needed a heating pad, and we were originally supposed to bring ours, but you can't bring a heating pad onto the ship. And so we borrowed one. And now there's many things you can borrow, and you can also come up if you need like minor things, like if you need just a Band-Aid, a little bit of Advil or something like that, you can actually come up here. But the only downside is they're going to check on you every time now from that point forward. But you can see look at all the people waiting to leave the ship. Again, a lot of people have been working on the ship. A lot of Imagineers, project teams, stuff like that, they have been on the ship since it was in Papenburg, Germany. So now they are getting off, because maybe the first time they've been allowed to get off the ship, or been able to get off the ship. And so that's why they're kind of in a rush to get off, because they would like to head home, and or they've got new projects they got to start working on, because now this project is done and ready and it's being tested, and come November 20th she'll be introduced to the world. How bad is it that I just learned that I've been filming in one of the wrong settings this entire ship, this entire cruise? It's fine. It is perfectly fine. It is perfectly fine, and I will live. And you guys will live. I'm just frustrated now because of that. So let's head back into the room though, because I gotta pack the rest of our stuff and get ready to head down for breakfast around 8 o'clock. Also, another thing is that if you do not do express checkout, you do not get to pick which restaurant you go to eat. It's the restaurant that you ate dinner at the night before. So it's like for us, we ate at 1923 last night. And so this morning, when we have breakfast, it's going to be at 1923, which is kind of nice because we're right next to where we get off the ship. And so that is kind of a nice thing for us. But because we had second dining, we have second breakfast. So that means we get to sleep in just a little bit more. We get to hang out on the ship just a little bit more. In the 6 cruises we've done, we've only had early dining once, and we hated it. So I'm kind of like, I like it because of this reason, but also I just like how it's set up for us. So I always laugh because they have all these door stops out here, and the door stops are to be so that when they open the door to start doing all the work, they can leave the doors open so they don't worry about it getting closed on. They have started the process of everyone being let off the ship. So the first wave of people leaving will be on the last wave probably to leave from the ships. So that is, we're okay with that because that means less people have to wait and quicker we can get off. But at the same time, we also want to spend as much time as possible on the ship. So like I said, we ended up leaving from Terminal 8 on Tuesday. But because we came in on the same day that the treasure's here, who's going to be starting around and getting more people on, we're at Terminal 10. But what's wild is all of the buses waiting for the guests to get off. Because if you have a transfer back to either the hotel or back to a Disney resort or even to the airport, the buses will take you there. But it's like $40 to $60 a person. So like it can make sense, it's easy because then you can put all your luggage up there, they'll take it there, you'll take it over to the airport, they'll drop you right off. Plus if you get like the specialty Disney Cruise Line buses, it's so much more fun. For us, we don't have as many because a lot of people are doing this as a preview cruise. I will tell you though, Terminal 10 parking is a nightmare, because the Wish is still going in and out. But they also share this with a couple other cruise lines as well. So like you see how full these cruise lines are? It is, or not these cruise lines, you see how full these parking garages are? When we came in, they didn't have this side open for us to go up there because they still needed to have the space for the Wish and everyone else. So I'm parked like way in a corner somewhere over there. When we get off, I'm going over getting the car. I'm gonna bring it around. Hopefully I can pick them up a little bit closer. So, but dang, it was wild to park. But then you have Terminal 8, which is only Disney Cruise Line. And right now it's only 1 or 2 ships going in and out. So there's a lot of parking over there. So I kind of wish they let us park over there and then they just bus us over to it. But for them, it's easier this way. It's also the flurry of activity that happens when a ship gets docked at a port. Like you've got us tied off. They'll probably have the fuel barge coming here in a little bit. You got trucks coming and going. They already got stuff for reloading. They already have all the bags inside. I did notice that. And so, but those go through customs and make sure we don't have to clear anything. But it is a flurry of activity from the moment the ship gets here to the moment the ship leaves. For the port, it's a great day when there's no ship in port because then it's easy for them to get everything ready. So I just don't want to leave. I don't like leaving cruises. And especially right now, we don't have one planned right now. We have potentials. We have ones that we're thinking about doing, but we don't have a planned cruise coming up anytime soon. So, but that's usually how it is for us. Usually we don't decide on a cruise until about 2 to 3 months before. I think the longest we've ever been out was over 115 days till the cruise. And that's when we went out with my family in March. And so for us, it's just, we do it when we can. Last breakfast, last meal, last time someone's cooking for us. Sad. So here is the morning breakfast before stepping off the ship. Lots of good stuff still.
they just have one
Just a ship.
The Denver. We're coming along.
So I've got myself some chocolate chip pancakes with some butter and just a simple ham and cheese omelet. Just need some eggs this morning. And with that, our last meal on board has been completed. And unfortunately, it is time to get off the ship. I don't know if they've called everyone off the ship yet. And with that, we are now officially off of the cruise. What we did find out, actually, kind of a weird fact, is that apparently our servers were telling us that they are not doing a full reset. They are literally going to get the ship ready to turn around, and they're going to leave around noon to head to Lauderdale so that they have more time in Lauderdale to get the ship ready for the christening and for the next cruise, because all the rest of the cruises now are going out of Lauderdale. We were the one exception that we got to go out of Canaveral, so I was very happy about that. But one last little look of the Disney Destiny before we see it off to Lauderdale. We probably won't be on it again for some time. Hopefully, maybe it would be wonderful if we can be back on it within 6 months, but no, that's going to be the case. But there she is. One last good look at her, and then we'll get one more good look when we get over there, when we get to the stern. But yep, off we go, and into Terminal 10, because we arrived at Terminal 10 today, like I was telling y'all earlier. So we're just going to go ahead and ignore the fact that this is a morning after. So yesterday we got off the ship, went and dropped off Kayla's mom and grandma at the airport, about 43 minutes to get there. We got home and we slept and slept and slept. And then Kayla left to go hang out with some friends. So, but I want to give you guys kind of a quick rundown. I'm going to give you guys a full breakdown of the Disney Destiny in another video, because I'm going to be doing a Disney Treasure versus Disney Destiny video about everything what we like from each ship, which ship is a better option, is there any difference, or is there really no difference and they're the same ship. We'll do a whole other video on that in itself, but kind of want to go through just kind of embarkation or debarkation, because embarkation day we leave. Debarkation. As you saw, we were on the ship until about 9:30. About 9:30 we got off the ship. Actually, it was like 9 o'clock. 9:30 is when we got to the car. It's really nice if you are in no rush to get to like the airport or anything. It's great to just kind of hang out and like get the extra little bit of sleep, since you have to be off so early. And the reason they have to be off so early is because they have to turn around the ship and get ready for the next round of guests they're getting on board, even though the Destiny left at noon yesterday to head to Lauderdale. But it was kind of nice because like they do have many ways you can have breakfast, either at Marceline Market if you're doing express walk-off, or you can eat at the sit-down restaurant one last time and be waited on one more time, which is what we always choose to do. Just makes it easier for us. But it is nice being able to send off our bags the night before, because we sent off 2 of our 3 bags. Honestly, we did kind of overpack for a 4-night cruise, and we underpacked for our 7-night cruise last year. But once we were off and I got to walk around and everything else, it was nice to just kind of get to experience the ship and like enjoy the ship a little bit more. Now, the fun thing was, is because we were parked at Terminal 10 and Terminal 8 had the Disney Treasure, I was able to get some really cool photos of the treasure. So I'll show you guys some of those pictures as well, because of how beautiful it was. The treasure was at the actual Disney Cruise Line terminal. But I mean, overall, easy to get off. If you need a printout of any of your charges from the ship, you can go up to guest services. They'll print that out. If you need to return anything, like we had a heating pad that we rented, you could do that. If you have any lost items, you can actually still check there until the end of the cruise. But overall, it was just a really fun trip. Like the ship itself is beautiful. The only downside, and this is not a fault of the Destiny, they didn't have quite a lot. There was a lot of food issues, I felt like. Not like in a bad way, but like random things. By day 3, they ran out of chocolate milk. That's kind of weird. I like getting my chocolate milk. It's what I like. Nothing against it. I don't drink coffee on the cruises. They didn't have that. When we went to Haunted Mansion Parlor, they were like, well, we don't have the berry potion and the butterscotch, those 2 sodas. They're like, we didn't get it loaded up. However, they had the mixed drinks available. So that was a little weird, but I do know a lot of that could be just a combination of they were only in port for 36 hours before we got on the ship. And it came from the transatlantic. So from what it could possibly be, and from what Casper was saying, there was leftover food from the transatlantic. And so, but I mean, overall, the cruise was fantastic. I mean, was it a little short for us? Yes, it was the shortest cruise we've ever taken. Is 4 nights okay? Yes. I think 4 nights is okay. I think 3 nights is really too short, but I get it. Some people can only do a 3-night because of work and trying to take off time. I get it. But 4-night wasn't too bad. The cast members on this ship, though, really did make the experience wonderful. They're all super excited. They're all like, they're ants. They're pumped because this is a brand new ship being debuted, and they're all very excited. Restaurant-wise, 1923, best food on the ship. Marvel, least favorite restaurant on the ship. And then Pride Lands, the Feast of the Lion King was so much fun. Now, was it the best food? No, but the show was amazing. It was like being at Animal Kingdom and watching Festival of the Lion King and sitting and eating. It was so much fun. And I really like that on the Wish classes, these shows that they've got. We've seen the Coco show. We haven't done Arendelle yet. I think that's actually one of our plans is maybe next year is getting on the Wish so we can actually bid on all 3 of the class. But at the end of the day, I do think this is my favorite class of ship when it comes to the Disney Cruise Line. I think it still holds the same number of people. It's a little bit bigger and the spaces are a little bit more spread out. And so I enjoy it so much more. I like the atrium design. The only thing, one of my biggest complaint is the fact that the promenade deck doesn't go all the way around the ship. So you can't run or anything. But it is what it is. The Census Fitness Center is great. I do love that you can walk all the way out to the bow of the ship. It was so cool. I actually got a really cool picture of that, so I'll show you guys that there. But overall, trip was fantastic. It was a great time. And I really want to go through quickly some of our stuff we ended up getting from the Destiny, some of our merchandise. So first off, but before we do that, I do want to say that if you are going to be going on to the Destiny, it is a lot of the big concerns that I heard was that, is it going to be heavily Marvel because of the hero versus villains? And I can tell you first and foremost, it's not super Marvel heavy. I think Marvel Day at Sea was way too much Marvel for an entire cruise. This felt just the right amount. There was a little bit of Loki. You did have like Spider-Man going around, but it felt like you also saw different villains. There was also Black Panther, who's a hero, Spider-Man, all the princesses. But when it came to villains, never saw Dr. Facilier, never went into his parlor, which that was one thing I kind of wanted to do. And Cruella was out and about everywhere, but she does have her own lounge on the ship, so it makes sense. So it was a really cool experience, and I will tell you first and foremost, the Broadway shows on the Destiny, I think have taken it to another level. Hercules, stunning and amazing. You gotta check it out if you go on the Destiny. We thought Moana was good. Man, Hercules knocked it out of the park. Overall, I recommend going on the Disney Destiny. I think the Treasure and the Destiny have set a new standard for Disney Cruise Line. I don't know about the Wish yet, I need to, but based on just what we've been on with the Dream, the Magic, the Treasure, and the Destiny, the Wish class is for sure my favorite. I still love the Magic class. I still love the Magic. But man, these ships are really pretty and a lot going on. So I say if you're going on it, you got to let me know. What are some things you're looking forward to doing? So, but before we end the video, I need to go through what we bought. And actually it's not quite nearly as much as we bought when we went on the Treasure. Treasure, I think we got a little antsy. So first and foremost, I got myself this Disney Destiny hat. And I love this because it is an all black hat. But what's really cool is the lettering is kind of raised and a little rubbery. If it was like just printed on there, I don't think I would have wanted it. But I do like this hat a lot. And I was really bummed when I lost it for a couple of hours, actually 6 hours. But I was able to get it back, so I was very happy. And if I didn't get it back, I was going to just accept it and accept defeat at that point. Next thing we got was, as usual, anytime I ever go on a Disney cruise, I always get a Spirit jersey. So I got the Disney Destiny inaugural sailing Spirit jersey. So I love this jersey because it's got like the purple and the blue. Don't mind it's wrinkled, it just came out of the suitcase. But I love this design, but I think that the one I'm wearing, the Treasure, is my favorite Spirit jersey I ever got. But on the back, it just says the Disney Destiny on it. What I'm really frustrated with is they've gone away from the toothpaste logo on the front, and now they're going to this logo instead, or like the logo of the ship. And I don't really care for that. I like the toothpaste logo just because it's a classic logo for the cruise line. But I do like this. The only thing I'm concerned about is the gold. So I don't know how much I'm going to wear this. I don't really wear my Spirit jerseys a lot. I think my cruise line ones I really only wear when we go on a cruise. So, but this was $85, so keep that in mind. One of the things I didn't get that normally we get, I'm going away from getting the ship models. We do have a ship model for every class of ship. We have the Magic, the Dream, and the Treasure. there was really no point for me getting the Destiny when nothing was different about it than the Treasure one. So I actually said no to that one for once. It actually said no to a piece of merchandise. I'm very proud of myself for that. But the other piece of merchandise that we got was Kayla got this really cool sweater. And it's really cool because it's a classic Disney Cruise Line. It's got the toothpaste logo. It's the kind of the colors you think of, the white with the blue and the red. This is a really cool shirt. I think this was $45 for it. So it was $45, and it's kind of lighter, and it kind of works out great, especially considering the next couple of days are going to be freezing cold in Florida, which I'm kind of glad we went on our cruise this week, because next week, freezing, and I don't want to deal with that. And really, we're down to the last couple pieces, so not a lot of stuff, but big thing is, Kayla finally got her towel animal ornament / keychain. We're going to turn this into a keychain. But it's kind of the similar idea of like how the Labubus are kind of going, but we like the towel animal from the cruise line. It's like a little monkey with his little sunglasses. It's so stinking cute. And Kayla had been wanting this for a while. And luckily, on this one, there's plenty of them to get. So we were able to get this. I can't remember what this one cost. I think it costs $25 for it because it says Peach on the back. I don't know what Peach is. I don't know why they don't just print the... I digress. And it wouldn't be merchandise if we didn't get some pins. Now, Kayla was actually really excited because we were able to get this inaugural sailing one of the Disney Destiny with Mickey and Minnie in front of the bow of the ship, even though the bow doesn't have the Minnie superhero thing. But this is inaugural, so this will be part of the inaugural sailing merch. And a lot of this inaugural sailing merch does last between 6 months to a year. Just depending on the cruise ship and when I think it's really when they sell out at that point. But this did cost $22 for this one. And then the more generic one of the Disney Destiny, got Spider-Man on it with his little spider bot. And I kind of like it because it's the stern looking at the ship and like it's an actual design. And what's really funny on this one is you can kind of see where our room kind of was on it. So, but this was yellow and I think this was $14. So this is the basic one that they'll probably have all the time. This one is the one that they only have during the inaugural sailing time frame. So, but overall, like I said, we did really, oh, and I got one more thing. Kayla finally committed to this bag. She'd been wanting this bag for some time, and what's pretty cool, it's a heavy duty tote, and we like our Castaway Key bag that we get for our like Castaway Club stuff, but it's not very durable. This is like actually thick, durable. It's got the nice zipper. It's very deep. But what I like about it is, so you got Captain Mickey, but then get yourself Captain Minnie on the other side. But I like the fact that the straps are different colors. But yeah, you see Captain Minnie. And this was, I think, $35 for it. Again, no price on it. Disney's really being weird about the prices. And they're like, well, if you're going to like it, you're going to buy it no matter what. I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to buy things if I don't know what the price is. So, but overall, the Disney Destiny, our vacation was fantastic. I'm really excited for you guys. Hopefully you guys have seen everything from our trip, from our full time on the trip to our ship tour and everything else. So you gotta let me know in the comments, are you guys going on the Disney Destiny anytime soon? And what are you most looking forward to when you board the ship? And do you have any other Disney Cruise Line cruises booked? Because I like to hear about which ships you're going on and what are you most looking forward to those. So with all that being said though, as I do head on out because it is time to start the editing process, even though the ship is still not quite christened, it's actually happening tomorrow. With all that being said though, as I do head on out from what a wonderful 4 days it was aboard the brand new, beautiful Disney Destiny, I will see you guys on the next adventures.